must be united. By this treacherous trick to the countries from which they had fled to seek refuge, inspiration, and protection in Ghana. Countrymen, a new phase of the African Revolution has been reached. This revolution must overcome and triumph over imperialism, racialism, and
Munjir, the nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us.
Oh, Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah, all the politics you can know. On Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana Bobie Ansah, yeah, yeah.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen, that emerged.
Abeye Juma, Juma ofie ne beye Juma. Yebedi nkomo and 70 and Simbebre. But Nina ne say foundation komonumu. Na yankasama musa so weekend na at the same weekend eko sen eko ye eko kama eko correct eko SMP mo amutu kwai mo amokwa yi chichi ne benche ye miami ahodo ye mamunyina
kaka miampo kwa mwasi anansio odom sesreku si anansi munomfwe nansio
witnessed the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country at the bidding of their overseas to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism is an achievement? Before the traitors and the rebellious National Liberation Council tried to usurp power during my absence from Ghana, Ghana was, on the contrary, it was something of which we should be justly proud. Haven't we proclaimed that the independence of Ghana is meaningless until it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa? Now, hundreds of these brave freedom fighters who came to our country trusting us to look after them and help them in their struggle against colonial oppression, and believing as we do that Africa and the struggle for freedom is indivisible. These brave men and women have been sent back, bag and baggage, by this traitorous clique to the countries from which they had fled to seek refuge, inspiration, and protection in Ghana. Countrymen, a new phase of the African Revolution has been reached. This revolution must overcome and triumph over imperialism, racialism, and neocolonialism. It must finally usher in the total emancipation and the political unification of our continent. Africa must be free. Africa must be united. Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country at the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters. They are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbour. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges, and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers, and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts.
Video on Numeri Forest. And me pese munya adagena mo hwe ne yie na mo tie mu asem keke. Then we can continue. Just watch this video. Ese ene amudi want to miss I court on the Exim Bank. Exim Bank then say ska say Exim Bank here say Exim Bank yes sir. Ena Coco Road di eno so Coco Road di eno so you know yes say 30 million Ghana cedis and dollars. Emu di na me ka ai Exim o ka Exim Bank na so ka ai make a Coco Road now. Anyway. See, and then almost I want to make call court. And what we are hearing is a lawyer and the appear could be me anchor represent went to me anchor. But quick one, you go straight in go tie the pacho obi anka bi anjere.
Mr. Bernard Entry Bosiako. Ghana obi anim wo say chairman won't. Media wouldn't name me. Because many are rich and famous. Nemomo. Ye wo metu nsu ano. My four friend Ezule Reverend Manzuli. Nona ye wo metu ye minyini ye. Enti insio ene to say forest die edamakoma sopa. Enunti niyama ekoso wo Ghana ewo ye mining section na yensio asai yensasi asai yen forest sano ehame na titru na nsai yate efa tano nimre forest reserve no kroni me da ho amena nyina no ewo he srewo yewo ayi another proverb say dumakpale tela awunyale. That's nzima meaning edimpa ye chen ahunya srewo
Kaka miampo kwa mwasi anansio. Odom se sreku si anansi munomfwe.
Titru mo follow on your Facebook. Monfa check kakra because I don't know. I don't know. But it's beyond hoarding tea. You be fans yeah. Monfa check. But now issues about Nimri Tunnel Forest Reserve. So video way is it hurts me said for me and I saw you guys complaining. Pi Isaac Sam you were complaining. And yeah, that's okay. But senkamu and Americano. Me ya say a man for ntimi adewe na nkobi bia ye bebo video we akire wo no ene nkotosra wo mo free eye empotam wo esre wo ntumi se memfa akonta mining ensei community no memfa ensei no nenka amanfo etia wa hwe kran ko mbebusa se adenti na ese oman Ghana edi wuntumi eko court engo hia court mpo. Van Dam say, Bobie, it's so strange that Accra FM Online works perfectly, but the moment your program begins, the network starts to misbehave. I don't know. Senka utia. Senka utia. Omo mbetie eye saa tape no. Utie wia. Enka beti asiye. Tony Ebenezer also can the same thing. Enti anopa nyina ya na network ni ya na. Another technicians in the shed I because a man for complaining as a monitor and a pabapum news in it's okay. A drew a citizen son qua and as a guy to I did you first as a buy no. Anyway, Madam B catcher me say enya judge no a sentence untumi o eyi nyame hwe time a ensuo toye hwe time a ensuo toye anytime na untumi a judgment no adru any videos are a free samurai boy a buy and made a year article be say Thaddeus so na a troye pacho so why you fatu hamame why is our article no fato hasi emame Thaddeus sorry mining or reclamation who bears the burden fato sumame Kwete Emmanuel says please the network is bad Kwete we are sorry we can't do much about it. Fa sa to sumame. Anapaina me ko say ye senior Thaddeus sorry. Atro sa article no. Circumstantial evidence. It is unnecessary. I'll use 3 interrogatories to explain the point. 1. Was mining activity carried out within the concession area? Yes. The prosecution and the chairman agree on that. Was the mining carried out by Henry Okum and Michael Jedu? Here too, the prosecution and the chairman agree that Henry Okum and Michael Jedu undertook mining operations within the concession area. Was approval for the chairman's company to permit Henry Okum and Michael to undertake mining operations within the concession area of the company obtained? Once again, the prosecution and the chairman agree. They both agree that Henry and Michael undertook mining operations within the concession area of the company without approval. If there's this but and big but, I, the chairman, in reference to Untumi, did not know that Henry and Michael undertook mining operations within the concession area. The reason is the agreement. It is the chairman's case. That is point 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so from all indications, already from Thaddeus sorry, the article or Troye, it will give you a clear view of where a year Untumi went wrong. And you're so clear. Your friend is a jata every day. Jomama the Untumi atum. And a host Nubusan say, into a moment at them say, and this need be crackers and one can say, yeah, and this for no corner so attack. If you say, and your matantaya, we no more a each any panel. Ghana Nibia and Pesa and your matantiny biasia who build. Ghana Nibia and Pesa and your matantine who build. What shall dear wound to me? Bonia what di? Ewo Kroma Name Quasiasem ne nneɛma a wayɛ no ho saying sase saying nature wuntumi ayeye enya adwuma bia or saying nature to gather money to money nyina be say kra is not an issue. Enipa 38% say omo nu 38 mpo. Omo say adenti enya say okoka. Say wuntumi ase asase. Punishment say the man no. Me enfa punishment ne ma no. Enipa no so destroy niema kama. To omo chechire mu a omo kama no yet say John Mahama ena na ni bre untu ade na won wuntumi ho a John Mahama ni bre de ya say wuntumi akọ school che John Mahama na say wuntumi ni fie de na ho wuntumi so far ni fie onu ni pa ni din wo din kakra eni din ni kura na enkwase din wuntumi ni nipa ni fie owo din kakra enso edin ni kura ye nkwase edin enye din papa bia say wuntumi edi wage din na edin papa bi I mean it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the reality is that when you want to explain yourself, so when to be anka someone to a Ghana for 3 months, you are communicating. Yeah. Kwabena 2016 when NDC lost. Solomon Kansa that communication for no mo call opposition. One clear one time. One time. One clear one. Because Kwame Ghana ni no awoto aba ma awo no. Assemble ye na hi ye na bufu enti na wato aba e de atiawo. Yes. Wose wo mo e communicate ye no a wo de ko opposition no. Wo mo na aba use wo mo. How? Oh, you can say political parties need be a smarter. HMB. And NDC, when it comes to strategy, yes, only a human institution, so they can falter along the way. But quick, they know what to do. Wafa. Communicators. Samia Okuda Dikoto, I deal with Kobifi Agbehu, was Samia Okua. Because I don't pay a dollar. Say, your friend say, Yoko, almost say sources. Oh, you, Samia could say Yoko for some more Chayama or more corrections now. Parliament corrections are on Betty Samia. Samia Okuna is Andian. Hey, Honor. Come if you are going to say when you are more Juma and you are more Juma to Omunim. So the point is, your communication, opposition, it shouldn't be the same as you are in government. If you are in government, you talk anyhow. There are certain things even you say, and Kwame, in opposition, yes, I know. And our opposition, the reality no in government no, and yet the same. MPP for the communication patapa a hand time no every government and the call opposition. Need still exactly. Omo kasati said the omo ewo yeah. I'm telling you, MPP for we. Woman who say, "Yeah, Kwame say MPP ni be can be now the koto TikToker." Eya kwhwe youth no reactions. Odi eya kwhwe. say Facebook a kɔ ne kɔhwɛ sɛ mesia MPP pani bi kɔbi obusa me sɛ yɛdi nkɔmɔ ana ɔse adeɛ baako pa bɛpɛ me nɛ ɔntumi nti aseɛ enwie ɛyɛ why Bawumia is insisting sɛ obekipi ɛyɛ Miracles Aboagye ɛne saa girl bi na pantan dendenden no obekipi wɔn nyinaa ɛwɔ MPP communication mu because these are people a emre bi on bɛkasa bia
Bawumia himself doesn't, you understand, so
no, but Kobe, enyese wonim o. Me yaso asa enyese wonim.
oh, come please. Then trust me. Then
Oh, there be. Say onim dia send ye ne on share da.
say anything na we
Onim dia Kobe, onim dia. You see, my point is say adia obi nim. Me mbuni for ho. So which yes, wonim dia wonim. But when you know more CID for law for Namuka you should know, and failure to know, you know, a reckless, a negligence. But when no, Okas wonimu dia, then any dabraka. Oh, and time for jubilate to Okumase. Tio, Kwame, I was done about terms nibi. There was this lady at Central Market, Kumasi Central Market. Was saying, yes, no, I'm the man who to me Kuresha. Keso mudi bikano. People were jubilating in Kumasi. But also aduma kumba phenomenon. Ya wo wamo to MPP muno. Sa 79 82 politics no omo ayesa me ya santiniti o ya santiniti I Rolling Stintia PNDC NDC omo pasa on wo munya any message that ye no anu omo kasa aduma ko be say bafi o belong to sa old stock no. And what can they gini giba ato enro ewo ayi makola sa yeah sangwa si akeka we ya na aduma ku be fikika ya ma Miracles Aboagye no be pa no ho no because na eduru be na party no kura unsi akwa we abada no oye die be ni diabo gibo abuka pele su ya santini jeze Kwame hwe Kwame se onipa jimia o eya o eya pa yati kroma abuga pele yankomra of course o de yamfa so onim nimpo o de Kwabena yamfa so onim nimpo abuga pele din no da ben na akote se konongo ana adweso ana ofeso for to abuga pele we dey emphasize je emunim no so let's go by the name na won to be no ara ne papa yesesala ni ne mame yesesala ni papa ne free bosomtwe won to be no amu we sa obo fa na de fanfo ni bi ya omo Kumase no we bia wosu wo de ne de wo waye ni yie obi by na the same law no or the awi nipa was there be wo no what asantifo na Kwame just check out the irony when you pick that table no maye no I am say am ye nipa 14 say I think 12 or 14 I before almost 10 say 11 go and check offer sa table no adan me hwɛ sa na mesre na mesmo MPP offer sa flyer no a wo mo aye no a I before be 10 so we should argue say MPP ba omo be jeli agbefo yan kan sa say MPP for ba omo be jeli agbefo yan kan sa ana agbeni de ye jeli no a I mean it's okay ye jeli eye asantinia emra ne chi asantinia no it shouldn't be so. Oh, adomako be afi sankrofo we no sankrofo we no se wan hwe a asma be kanenye. But you see, MPP, they are failing to realize something. And that generation we know, omukwa manimo. Generation we, omukwa. Even as antifo enkwala no crash say omu nyini no. Omukwa. They have departed from the old status quo. Omukwa enkwala awu yana fifth a friend say MPP name miracles are watching no ne the doku. I don't know where the doku comes from. Oti Gadangbe. So 1, 2, 3 11 I was no say enti asantini ba ko peni wom hwew kwame from 1992 to 2020 MPP for no na ayesa dey we omo na e chat we you nyo bia na yama omo MPP for na choro ye and kwame who study ni ya which is emre bia MPP ewo abamu bia no eye notness any evers and omo ka because omo na try we nyo bia na e choro ma omo enti se we bobie kofa de koto Facebook ebusam say enti we no eye notness ne evers now tie omo pe hey no omo no buafu adenti na wubusa saa
because they don't expect you to the way they are.
Say go mpesa menwene te se wo mo na wagimi na me magimi kwamna se wo menu nyina na free baby fa na so wo wagimi a o ga se me magimi saa enti wo no o de oba other tribes won na eka o se da bi ye yankrofo de ni kwa so obi a ho ka Kwame, I did be on my year. Last week. I'm so sad that this network thing is. I mean, they say me brother who used to cry online. I mean, to me news. Share George Bonfield someone. Or no need any dumfe or dumfe. Yenya Kabila diano. Ena Bonfe. Oh yeah, George Dumfe. What do you say? George Dumfe no ofri asante mampon. Yeah, ofri mampon. Aye, ofri mampon. Okay. Neba was simple stores. My mampon akosa station ho. Neba ho. Inti mia me ofa no. Last week, no about to Osimai near Fro be selling for Mankwa. Na Rollins you soon ye near be brave or Ghana ha. Na self amankwa ka say ewiase ma wieda ene self amankwa we or refer to a yohunu such as say yohunu na echichi MPP for na self amankwa ye no away adam kokko busa na say DSP azugu any self amankwa why na Ghana for nkola akai no no abebusa na azugu no one hwan hwe MPP anko ba bia o because a free last the entire me use that topic we know a free last 2 weeks me hunu trend bi and ade omo ya no and am ya santini ntia and asante for party ntia and when you do that pam other tribes no cry free wo ho before agimi omo nim yansa communication no na unim say omo so omo communicate ye pa And you almost say communication, the kind of communication on the macro there, and you almost say be new yase. Who can sell for Manquasem? Kwame, who will sell for Manqua? And yes, I'm a tear can grow what in the D. Only power yet. Selling for Manqua and Kolaya war move from young fanny say year 2000 eba. Or be annual castle, meme cross for Manqua minimum. A year Rollins days and some can was anti raging. Egu ye asum ene ye TB even ye kura ye nyini aba ba hunu say no mo boa ye wo ye 70s latter part of 70s 79 ye nyini ya ma say ye fudwene aba hunu say enya no kure ne be de na me bakwa akwa ya wo 2008 ono de self amankwa asamo ye dey se serifu wa se wa ordinance me bakwaku wadi 18 okwato aba serifu amankwa asem nya na asem wonu akwadu nkwasi asem o secret na serifu amankwa abuwa wa akwadu nkwasi asem o secret na serifu amankwa abuwa onu ne onu efa no bai Ena ye twa ye nananom ema ena unum se no mo kasa na nkwala na buso mo na mo nananom mo koye dey. In fact Kwame mama kasa mi chiro and me the baba besisa tribunal court asem me was a professor Yanka na nia bre no ho den tese enya PNDC asia ba ni oh omunim nyansa ho woman nim nyansa we fa tribunal sama ai 79 ba police echi MPP ni da ai that days ba odu am kokoto a do you know why? Because sana edubu ahinom ede chechire party no Bramiantro constitution mentro menetro ba for ne henfo entro ya boycott ya kwato aba 92 mento ya organize election na wie no abetro stolen verdict only why they call akansi o wi awo 92 o wanto meboa on boycott aha Kwame ade a wa boycott a want to be e den obi awi awo ya election wo fia wo so wo nya enwa pia kwatra antipart junction no so ya tu wie ya so hweso mo awiem oni wan na to aba ye wia ho kire me oni wan na to aba otu bi ade a want to be ye wia ho no ma control stolen verdict book na somo emotuomu no mo de nam krom ha from town hall to another na wo mo tiem stolen verdict na tonkrofo trim na this is so hwe wo mo na guess that time and this imperfect only why na to aba e ya wa wia wo only why na to aba no when I was saying she na nye enti wonto na wonto no se wa free mu a cheze me ento aba Ghana in the Sadia no a ayi edubu ahinom ye na sa time edubu ahin ba mampon a abetwema kotati man kranza se wanchi hwana no omkofa prime born no enti edubu ahin eba na Dr. Aprekudi nachi wono ni asantini o kabrofo chen Queen Elizabeth na SK Buafo bonum say Satan ne ya adwene say the whole world SK Buafo any first lawyer in Ghana. Oh, settings nkwa na SK Buafo numre na womu drum mampon omu bewura emprim Jansen mampon a mai drimika de ntuma kwase se form enso mo na say o man no womu ba na se ye mpie ne ye nkoda no ye mpia nkwanko bose MPP a na ekura onana ene o maame adana diom no beye no miminim SK Buafo ba bia ni akawatiko he wo fa no mo basikrom wo fa no mo ba wo fa no mo ba me wo fa no mo ba so nyansasem bia ni wo me wo fa no tu kwase asem nko a kwase akeka kwase asem me so nyina bi before ye ko rally a omo kasa me tumi hwe omo sam si say jamo si ye ni akire ne edi akire enti me amenya sika sam ne beto aduane adi na so magyae say dem tumi to aduane di magyae wa first ba me ko kasa magyae MPP a enya de amampon ho me medidi Neze dia me bedru kroma me timi to aduane die me jai because asema nipa na nsema bombe aka no kroma nyina se obo ankwase akeka the beyond your documents on PNDC NDC Rollins the beyond your documents sa enti yai asante phone call an hye ne kwagu bakum di si ani no eno mu se mu aye den kwasi akeka saa ade wo mo kire ye ache hwe kwame onipa onu aba ne tirim se unum se kwaku ba kunum ehu Photoshop na Ghana phone ma de krokra your friend Kodak camera na kwaku ba kunum ye Photoshop ye wo mampon yenka bi shemu anopatututu ye adeya ye say MPP for akofa abrofu bi de camera ba si voter reva no ho di anje say Rollins echo meeting oni ma me wata echo meeting ene ye say camera no ye say abrofu no de sinsu na say ene atwa Rollins a na ha nyina ye ma me wata na ne soro ye Rollins na da crusading guide mu nyani amanfo so mu okumase wonu moja yeso okwa akola ketua bi di na china yeso gire nso no asin trans boko kai no awuram kwasi asemo kwasi asemo kwaguba akunu adi no kroma no we ga ese ni mpani fie so ne bo mo ma se ye soja ban na eye ku wi ni 2024 ka ese kwaguba akunu ye bo mo ma anya ayi papa yi ni din ni say afoko ampen frɛ nyina kwaku baako asɛm o kan nya ne korɛ ashawan kwaku baako ba ka kyerɛ sɛ nipa no ashawan ayi pono video bi epie ye o sɛ police pani bi ni ashawan kwaku baako no te joy na ni abre nkwasi akeka nkwa saa time enna me wa sempa na me keka nkwasi asem kire wo ni nyina ka na mo ma me free wo no because me mo ba building no mu a me hwe mo saa se nkwasi afo bi no me no mo ani agroda me mpe kwasi agudie me no wo na musu wagimi pe eno ano no unhu me wo nche da me kwa me no di agro na hu se matwe me ho ya chese me mpese me no benya bibia ya na chese wagimi me wagimi wajimi mimini jimi ni agro how entro ma ya saade ne saa no munim se ene generation enkola no ko TikTok netizens for no saa selifu amwako se selifu amankwa ne ene boy na no ma ena ya liso ka se mi jina mo se liso wa se ni huni pa bi Rollins no mo bo no na obegini ye no ena wo hunu die ntia Rollins ebo ne busuani no na ne busuani su kra no aka che onu list we say no odibo because no mo kofa eniema be hodo no kumase de sie ti list we so busa say oluma enti ade na say na mo ye ni hwa kwame enen kwala no. The only reason they are angry or they will be angry with NDC is when NDC fail to punish MPP. Sa koto sem no MPP state prosecutors edi MPP for no court koba eya nkrofo bufo hwe ade na Ghana for person NDC ye MPP no MPP for omutri ye say ekoye John Mahama Yeah. And you met two MPP, woman 3 year home. One, say a two aba, a democratic government. And a two, a quiet John Mahama. And ke fire line bia. A fire line bia. And can people for be do and can you say I aquawe your friend double as a wino, cause I'm your quacolano. And ya kwa Jania Quatra bridges or Baba be contested. I was a hero saying, na ya bomb payamano, Mikra ni take it a mano. Said double Emra Ghana. And ye Omra Ghana. Double crowd will be adding in Shimu, or be adding in police assembly aka. You be con Bruce away. Yanine be kasa in Bruce away. Yes. Yes. Double no any azuku. Sanka azuku wa Ghana ha. Any police assembly or be anko police ko reporto. You be can Bruce away. Said the Omia canon, I don't know. And the son, you better as Yakano. And you see. Akwa na Ghana 4% and this DMPP for fasono. Enye bi ni o. Entina say and this phone be check them court processes ni ade na TikTok phone bu ofu say ade any court processes. Ade nipa na ye no, ade na kire say ohia court process. Ade nipa na ye no. Hwe Kwame tie tape no ababa ne tape no about Nimri Forest. Any other said, or the 2 wound to me and we say, a power chow. Oh, say, ye ma, oh, say, yes, ye bushia for, oh, say, yes. Kwame, so for tape wait ye, Nasa wound to me now, Nasa Kwame, say 79, I do want to be a quarter diawa, near the 2 hours and some more. Uba bo any prempas and what putting to Okuno. More any play. My point is, they say, Saudi and people for start Emfa. Every last week, me call social media, yeah, check it, baby. Yeah. Adian kolane ye wo mo no. Adian kolane ye wo mo. Na wo mo nipa ba ya ennan bia e wo mo communication ni mu a, o mo kasa pe na nkola no akoma. No mo akoma. Today, as we sit here, amen. Ghana ni akola bia ni wa. Hwɛ. Opa yema global info analytics ska so munya research. Kwame, as I speak to you, Ghana mabunu about 90% normal per Rollins action ni bi ase ahwebio. Talk to babunu biara on the street say omo ya research nyina kire say we say we Ghana for kasa omo ye I mean omo welcome coup d'etat. Kobe, I hope you have seen some of the research. When mabru no kasa omo welcome coup d'etat because they are angry. Jomama na abe yes stop gap amaye you. On wa be break, you know. Exactly. And the reason why the anger, and I go if you back, and the reason why the anger Kenya ni nyina no feel say as this abani is slow because now man for sure ni say dia MPP no said the runnings back yes system no say nka omu hia. Oh, you have to abide a democratic process, and you can't go beyond it. But ma omon you say said the na man for any abreno. And you now beka say if amwako na yachi we born ma na pie amankwa me kra me bia a manyina dumi nkai ne dimpo woni nkola ne didi sa nkomo no a na PNDC time na ase aba nkola ne kra hia o se ase aba Omo bompa yesenka PNDC time no msa mbra. Enkola no Ghana for enkola ene no. Omo mpa ye nyina yesenka PNDC ni nsa mbra. Yako parliament. Tribunal courts is in our laws, is in our constitution. Obiango creative bibia free baby MI. Yes, Sebe ya you bet me a man semno because you go to one court, you have about 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 cases piled up. Ebia daho 1 year ago, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years ago. So ya pese adenen kwa wawa. Yen decentralizing no. Nianya regional tribunal courts. The high courts are working. Anybody can say tribunal courts no mde ba no enti a good appeals court. So even when you are found guilty or whatever at the tribunal court, you still can go to appeals court. Process bay ena obiase no. Simple. Over 3. Dabi. Or say Dabi. And a teso. And omo ya adwuma no. Also, omo ba panel no. Why hwa na ma kose. Kwame. Which way one be ba for secretary tribunal court. I could just could asem. Obviously, professional, legal, brainy people and no more do beko. Oh, na yanka sorry. PNDC time no makofa tertiary range. Picture no. Ghana ha ye firing squad free ye lost mu ene. Even Rollins no akra no 79 82 omo yes ade no. Omo draft constitution no 1992 enim ba bia. Omo ye no ano enim ba bia. Na yanka sum. Now we are sona ha. Now we are an instance ombema enkwala no good reasoning. Because when the NTMP before form in the 80s and 90s, now school yenye logic. Yes, now I'm on logic. No more my logic. In the Jimmy no geography in history no. Just that time, not best student pa will be also in history. Na kabeda na do boy we aba jidi. History no boy history ni mo enti time Kwame Nkrumah na ayi no mugigi sika no nkotua ni school fees. To nkotua Kwame Nkrumah school fees no mo friend so wamra na Kwame Nkrumah ba na nkono aduane ma ni die. Na mo no aduane ma ni die na mo sa to party ma Kwame Nkrumah. Na mo to party ma Kwame Nkrumah na Kwame Nkrumah so ekọ ayi Jamestown was saying na Kwame Nkrumah kwa ka kire ye niga tashi koko di koyin say dey dey na Kwame Nkrumah kwasi akekasa history Kwame sa time ni enye logic say nkola na omukosu no logic eye subject logic so nim logic logic any idea wajimi kura no wonim se dokono here to ahye abin logic mate would you Nkrumah simple as I don't know logic wajimi kura no see you dokono na se to ahye wonim se abin this is logic and at that point unya say ye be bie dokru no mu na akyerew unya say ye be bie dokru no mu na akyerew wa hunim unyansa no aba kyerew say dokru no abin yeah logic say nkwala no ye logic and this the same people before anu mo be di enkomo yeah it makes sense okay what's a tribunal no enye say the entire tribunal no enye is this grounded in law or is not in law Is it in our constitution or is not in our constitution? Some common and Kolane petty. So to be true, woman said no, any a constitution. At the end of this, binding ban illegal. Aha. And Kolano was almost sorry atrocity because they want to learn. They want to become big lawyers and all that. Any social commentators. So they want to learn. I said, Nankolano to me, your more podcast, kakra. So they want to learn. But Akwalaya won year 2000. Now, so as Akwalana say, also tribunal court and yet, Obusa they are, Osiana, no de bon crofo to a teshi. So that a fan of Ghana Mremu, yet you will be a ebony true. There's no way in our laws. Just a car to incite and crofo keke. That's all. Na ya no na Nkrumah says Nkrumah baby awuti and this ya na MPP ntimi ni ntro nkyere wo just a who decide say wey and am pesa me to abama no enye se nipa na timi ada o da bi wo na be decide on the first pa no na omo da yen o ti ase ha ya na ya di ada na yedi ehu aka ho ena na yede ekoto aba ba say no enkola no obi na ada obi o untimi na ada no there be. That is where MPP is lacking. But oka awmaso any dwe it is a woka untumi asemo a wa chirechire mu oka chira akola ne so ya asantini ntia o hwe anim sa no wo sa wagimi pa because ene enkola no ade a wo mu chira ne tribal cards ubehia enkola for di agro ba ko ya igbeni ba ko ya asantini ba ko ya adani ba ko ya mfantini ombe di agro pe eni sa akola no ukosia no a hwe first man de ma omutimi MPP for timi yes I in Ashanti region no also that time no na migration no very low oh ena ye ne awo ya Ashanti for no ye ha ne tete yen ene ye doso enti de ye nkrofo no beka no it sinks easily ene kumase asisa o okwa Ashanti mamponsesi a settlers no ya doso achen ekromafo no because ekromafo no yemu bebre tukwai ena hwahwo no bi so tukwai abehim enti so mo ya doso eso kwa mampon a the Dagomas, the Frafras, the Kanjagas so fast settlers ni nyina bom no anhwe ye ni eto aba settlers versus indigenes wan hwe ye beluzu because ye wo ye no me say me age me say me nim wo ma de ye fan say yes ata ye wo ye o mamponi ya say 1000 kra no a emu be 300 na ewu 400 as 500 atutu kwai ye ntu kwai free Ghana akra no emu 200 na aka no 100 ebititi nkran ebititi central region ebi kira de o voter region omko na ahọhọ na baba beshem entie say mamponi akwala ye be wo no ye wo no ohun frafrani ohun kanjagani ohun dagomani omo no ohun omo no omo di agro enizo ka kira ne say dagomani tai no a onti ase we go on the course school e wo senya on the course school Roman Catholic on the course school ha and say oh ya MPP ni na koye tribal ya that time no say wo first school ba ko a say bia Methodist primary Asante for nko to the end. With that you can control their minds. But say no me come on po say me chini wo first school no bia me a friend say house ni akwala me tuan school fees is here or Roman Catholic. And this all fast akwala no a all free school no no na that for pa ya igbeni obeda ka kire ne say I before tires and for no agedi Oh no. Oh, as my organ was you and him, sir. No, what can one to say? I call when you can see a 2 about that. Because as my organ in send him. And people should explain, tell us. Okay, if you are telling me, say, your friend say, tribunal courts, and give me better explanation. Na me suma ko read awe. Na me hu say, hey, asema miracle sabuaje kan say eye ne kre. Ene NDC aban yampre. Na Kwame me ma hu ade abitu omo. Onim say ye MPP for say eye entro and NDC for di ade win election. Ene atemdidi enti no omo so be bi. Asade na abitu omo no. Sade na abitu omo no. Kwame wo wa sore abeka chem se me pensioner me dim sika ba beto eye bank also oh ye economy no asheki kakra enti bondholders esa umia ye mene na otete ye na de ekotua eka miwa ada wo kwa je eye skado okoba ye no na won se jankan yo kakra na ekura no na ade begina eya ntimuni na frefre MPP fo nyina gu park so na mo je dokono ene waache na mo diye se aniji esi Ghana de ebi maada efiri se watimi akobọ bosia hwe no abobosia na bia mi pensioner misika na yefa endi kwame se me kwa NDC campaign na me ko ka kire obi se ade a MPP for ye ne e abonsam sem a madintro so fa yakufo num ko demonstration no obi ahu e yan this for na neka Kwame you see your friend say what do you call it judges flats you see amom na what me afa oman sika akwa petro ade agu eya excavators mu ani bulldozers ade ko why you am free edan no mu atimi bubu eya oman sika no ya de see flats nyina agu fom ade ya mebesi asore dan uwie ya no akwa renti baby ama judges no no ase for man sika edi tua rent tio uwie ya no wasai afa because no na other private companies adansis wo bubu fry uwie ya na wasai afa sika edi compensate wo mo I concert nkwa am so omutu am 10 million Ghana cedis yes compensation uwie ya afa na ubeyi sika botene no na the $90 million etu amana say no waja ho and oh yes ade no ayan this for na kodi intro kire Ghana for and obi ahu ase when ne intro no ene say yet krom ha ana yesi afro obi akua broni o se wan your friend say akua broni kufu adom plan se wa dabi enya se wa broni de se lumba no mai oh also crafani name bisa dabi se wa broni se we odo broni we sewa bruni me lady no me nimne da wo bi ase me ba onimne da and this ni bi animne da yet one lady ade alupre pictures be try say private jet ya president de kwa yi no on netim yo sewa mo Eric yo and omde lady side picture bi ba ya president ni shirt as o yeti o so o yeden Kwame we and this ni bi na kodi intro and this ni be and kodi intro hope si ando ya da be no be NDC chairman all church ase wunu and this ni bi na kofre hope si say on church yet ya baby and you say president efa private jet enti defense minister me chire oba no say na president wasonwa enti ye jet no ne nan enkom so ni kotodwe ya ne ya ene ya obedware ope baabi adware a ope eye a your friend say bath ewum me ba cho kwame nitiwo all ka sam no parliament no na Ghana for anyhow NDC for na kwabobo amane na parliament yeah floor discussions are ya de tapori ekata eso ti NDC for nkwa na bete akwa entro no ne sai ka kire me entro no ewom no omo say NDC for di intro na de gi to me no kire mu pa fa kire me yati kromo ena frimpom boatin be ye report anu say frimpom boatin kire ye nkrofo a omo MPP mu a omo ye galamsey me ba chaw we nentro ne say enti this for ekokan yatia ena anas a video anas da be no ye NDC constituency chairman anas video party here sika bisi unie fansa be womani asobroche ya friend say akwa usi tape no NDC for na eka and kwame ubusa MPP ni say on chrew say fa pa on chre ya de kra ntro yati kroma ena na po catch Ghana for say wow hwe adum so runtimi no draw wa o timetable me pa cho we en intro ne say yati kroma na hawa kumsi ebe catch say one village one dam no anya ye efrise 250,000 Ghana yemfa nya dam true of us and this ni na akoka kire me and this ni na akoka this ni ena akoba amane yati kroma ana kandapa ejira bayu anim show your turn your back be like that show your buttocks show your back na papa panimu wajini pyjamas no de enye ni kwame me ba tell what is this phone ye video camera ebe wi ase into omo sheda na omo twa kanda pa na se Ghana for nkola botie bono omo ntre so di mu atemu a wo se ye this phone na akodi ntro e di a kire eye Ghana for nkola no na dia no eye video ade no video nie enie ye hwe ya no just end this ni kodi ntro kwame just end this ni ekodi ntro ansa na Ghana ni ehunu se ade ni sei na AC yati kroma anya nkola bi so mo ko galamsey eye protest wo mo damu na otwemienu enti Ghana ni bi ehunu enti obi ehunu enti just end this for ko ba man ye se mo mehwe se encrophobic demonstration about galamsey na ya chi wo mo akogum 2 weeks ya no just end this for ne koka ubusa MPP ni se edie pa wan chira de kra eye entro no a oni atim biaka enti aso ye bedi ntro ni bi entro ne se ya wan so aya akokwa nkitenkete ama nkrofo akumawe yam yadom aban na anwie sika no onwiai wan sai no wan fa nkoto wa cha ani wan fa nkoto kenke party osime pesa Ghana ni ya adwuma enti wa wani ji agriculture ho no Major Mahama meni agric minister yentimi nwie sika no nkodi enti to sustain us never to cut it down on eye enema akokofunu a ye kraba no ene Kwame Bobie nkroma momfa mo nhye eye kuayo no mu bi na nye obi a na betu atwese ka yakodo enti mo amone je nkokọ ye ho no baji aduonum ye be ma feed omoto a otonkosua no a na dia to feed ama omo ho no na o expand ubetumi atom bi na odi bie ubuo no mu second phase beba ni asia ma another 50 Kwame ana obi a decide say ono enkoko 50 na nyinyini obeku omu nyina awe say asade we wo akoba bosian e dia bedi dokro ani wache ani mi amema for mansika semedi bie agriculture mu ama Ghana fo atumi aton kokọ ewo cheaper prices meni wa hwan na MPP nia eni abre kokọ kete obi pa adwuma mu obi aye no enti yankwa ba ma ne yesem konketenkete the ordinary Ghanaian baby sao say na nkokọ nketenkete na dia na wo ho a enye enchia bi adwuma man kwala anya bi nya o se nkokọ nketenkete na Ghana ni na busa say 8 years na adwuma say na obieye say na skani bi krawo udi bi adi adwuma one baby a MPP nya problem no because enkola no asuan logic so they ask them simple questions yo yate enkokọ nketenkete ne ya adwuma na wo dia ina 8 years dia ina wo bie ye dia ina wo bie ye eya ma nkola ne nyina anya adwuma dwoma ma ba ya obegu nwuma ne nyina ama nkola ne tifie at that point when you are not able to answer na nkola na hunu se oye kwasea pa MPP ni nim nyansa awna se mira kasa boajo kasa didi onkori dinatem yeah me minimum MPP ni bi o ka kire me se oya MPP ni o ono me be ko Facebook pa ba ya yedi nkomo wa akire o ka kire me se miracle saboaje nko anti kura no ono nya de obeto aba ama ba omia ne constituency de obeto ama MPP parliamentary candidate but se ba omia pa no because miracle saboaje nkanya nsasem bia ene obi ka kire me se ni wiase oba oni di samia oku atem da te se last week on se samia oku be postu ade bi na said the boys manfo sikodi di na tem no on se samia oku no aye no se on pass em bi sa enti obi amfana asem nkono so what tribe akope last week no yakeka Kwame, what I want to say is say, look, yes, on your match you go, and Cassasa, now was a sound auntie, and yes, I now tell it here, now as a sound auntie. Say, one more she 2016, NDC lost, NDC lose 2016, no, NDC change one communication setup, Nina. Change bibia e hona sameje mfinum baamu e na Ghana for so okay because answer na Ghana for beto aba no omutimi hwe nipa bia nim wa ban bi mu no na sa nipa no kwanti no 10% wom and this is say 2016 sa green book no omdi kosie ye no e man krofo bufu papa onipa wu ayen kana chi asem sa green book no ho asem no ha nkrofo bufu efu ye no ena later on be hu say Ghana fo be hu say sa ayi pentimamento picking cry for girls no ene akola na no po a wote America na no po say ayi wote America no abayo no Sasatana, Mama Ladina, so Abuna Kwafa, Sa Papano Asemane, Sa 2 phone colano. Wouldn't say even NDC for no be crowd to abetia John Mahama because of sa adeno. Cause no more person kola na be ban NDC a ban kra, but na NDC penny force so almost so. Mumpa me jantra for you, mumpa me jantra for you. A 224 kwa day, mumpa mo, yes moja o, ojo, still nem collect baby omuti. And I'm saying munya ankola no mu de ene mu no mu nyina abekọ. In 2016, and yes be Kwame and this performance na nyo, eye hi ni abufuo. They looked at some people and omo to aba edit ya o hwa ayi your friend say 2024 2024 Miracle Sabwaje Samira Samira ndi ne ho ahi chen wo bia wo wiase no de ogire platform so ye no ahịagba ọzọ ahịagba ohun line no awadwa na free communication wo ha enti NDC ehun ye no eno Solomon Kansa no nyina away no the new face by na Ghana force ye ntie the new face for so de be den omo woka enti NDC kasa na eto onkrofo asum okay wedum de also there be almost sane ne ai sane chena Wọ́n do keka nkwasi asem no a hwɛ Hesiwojiri no de no call presidency okoto to Facebook say oche Mahama ba oberepu no oda so ye communicator that time women groups organizations akan so mo nyini free presidency Akufo-Addo anye ebede na akwala we ekasa sa women groups no ombetie no omontie no Ogo fanapo running mate. Dada no a. Akwabika wa twechire. Dada no a. Adia na napo beka. Eyo mbeti ase. So John Mahama, osi look, yen change tactics no. So enti say ne be mako. How do we rebrand the party? Yemfa Mama J bra running mate Mami Odende na MPP for esre no Mami na babrewa na we dey wait ya dey we dey abrewa na untumi to abrewa bayfo abrewa bayfo abrewa. But you see JM dealing with the youth no unto us na JM na on social media more na ma me no so ne emroafo ne empanimfo no communicate enti ano ma bebusa na ma me kura campaign be na oye no wo emroafo dia gidigidi debi they were no so engage empanimfo no enti NDC was strategy and ano me catch obi frame Bobie flag bearer ship dey be asem na say nya asem NDC we dey tobo on be come asem boko with them onsent ye nyina obi anka bi because we trust the system bibia ma on be come asem with them akoyi obi di na ba pepe no say people for nyina to nyina no on pa ye nyina ne say yeah, and I know Dr. Julius Debra, any chairman, a NDC program, UPSC, and Julius Debra, a certain character, Edim Como, or Quantum Nubano, sir, a man for any way Edim Como, Tiasen Ketiaka actually, and Julius Bertrand say. Na se dun ketie betwa makotena se wo twa wanchiano adem ye wanchiano eno obi amfi wo no mo de bro wo ho wanchiano na jai force enso Julius Debra ne chairman na eba so woni Julius Debra is the last person who be twuma so wi ase. Last person, or no, at worst, he will walk away from you. general baby a wanyina duru afa na sebe on na de man so ba party no me see ndisi fo be kwa koyi flag bearer befie pepepe o de obehu ndisi abade ade a omo timi tram ho say look chale ade na yaji egu look at this point mama nyina ya agree on this pa zim. That is NDC. Na kwa na sifoi. Kwa na sini ntekuma ne afrodijidije ne na anko hwe afoi. Okonore ya afoi. Sese Samira da ne okonore ya. You see, sa tete politics no atwam. Kwa me ko hwe Professor Yanka NDC also the PNDC dark days adaya tribunal court. Professor Yanka at your age. But omujide say I don't know omoka inciting crofo and then kola no omunim sa enkola no gra hwehwe Professor Yanka enkola no hwehwe mo de mo akotasi range wo akobrum atuo na ga se kanoforiata kwame kanoforiata esi Ghana na se police anchina obi betwa ni titain. I'm telling you. Any man kola ne pa MPP fo aye wo mo no ho. Sanko mo ni man komo da nyame ase se eye police na tase wo mo. Sanki ye jai MPP am street ni pa se kola no ne MPP fo ndili a. Kwame me do nyame ka me papa adaka mra se ofin so kokote. Ka MPP fo be tibia hia. Omo pa omo miam biem. Say my police ni enchu obi a waya bone ni enjai nipa no ma public. Ha kwame omo pa okay omo si prison sentence no won't media no doso omo pa enjai sentence ni emfa no kogina samra boy ni enjai no makromofo opa yenyi won't me emfa no ko samra boy say won't me jail time no yenya ohwe ya hind dan e wo samra boy ama tra ha ne bobra. Sure, Kwame. Mesinka MPP phone TV. Opa MPP for pie wo de yenya wo mo emma public street ni mu ala. Ka wombete. Besin komba je gwo mo de. Kwaya nkola ne pe MPP for do ma faso no enya asem kuma so wo opposition now communicate na ade ahobrase a communicate no akasa mani party omo government mu kura no omo de ahobrase ne ye kasa enti so anfa ahobrase ne ya mekasa na be ka dwa ne afefesem ne emrantu wasem bia de kire Ghana fo a ye bebo apa wa ma ene me hu so obi akofara na bi ni picture bia no o hye chale wate koto wa cha ne na se fin se bonkutu na ntwie no obi kofa beto eye Facebook say ne within 4 years ya be di organizer when you sika AC hospital 30 bed hospital e de say the master ni constituency yes. Aya mu de munni bi no a munni bi ni mo ama bi no a wunya muti mu se no ya bufu ya be hwe mu pa ya fa mu nkotasi range we no mo fada mo ama ye bi no ya bufu a tashi range ne mu bako na be 4 years within 4 years deputy national organizer when onu anyaska AC 30 bed hospital na be not on shirt e wo jowulu listo we yire obaji listo we yire e shirt so okoton ba ke ba shimwe no enene we na be not on shirt na mde mu besi me da mo ase mo men komra. Crown 100.5 Citizen Show 1, 2, 3. Anabaruna. Akwaba.
Welcome now.
Boko there.
I don't know my pipe, but also.
You cram. You cram.
This is all fire. See, I'm
Monfa na mumra ye binuna. Asa mo ye French mudodo.
Community and call for no said yeah, my crank for so be any so okay.
My French.
But yes, a deep away. I yes, Yahunya. Kwabena ne
everywhere dem grofo buko so dem o. Ebewe grofo buko so dem da. But
the long term
yeah.
You know, huge. So Kwabena ne if you do Kumasi first me hu ni fie wo your friend is saying what that's what you way Agrekins my way.
Agrekins man.
If you know, if you know street light on,
I must say 70.
A does me constituency capital. Go to street light. Go to Korea street light. Want to me feel.
So almost say 74 bedrooms.
Then I was overwhelmed. So wow.
But why are there? But Mami Musa, how are you guys managing yourself? Whereby you have 170. 189.
Yeah.
189. Mm-hmm. You have only just 56 appointments from the president.
How
are you guys managing?
You to Obama say, you me di kamfo. You me di amanfo nanim. Na yentimi fa empunuju manye den. Enkomo. That is our mandate. That is, must say to Obama say by MP, be minister, and I say by board chairman, and I say board member. No, your mandate is to be an MP. The MP no. Then I was a man for you. Man for you so mudi faso. Say we so pa kwan, we so pe school, we so pe clinic. Kwan be na be faso diaba. And your challenges in the the good thing is, look, big push here, Juma. District Assembly Common Fund. Said your friend is a finance minister, but if you all last week, you know. For figure no boy and 4.5 billion when we had this basic or no. It wasn't a joke. It's real. Within 1 year, maybe constituency, Alice, a crobia, no name just 1.5 years. A crowd do no. The constituency is soon. Baby, I made a many shake crime, many ratification. Many chip compound, many school, many refugees and BIA. Big push. About 50 kilometers from the constituency.
Really?
And it's all your MPR and now your penny MCDC. At least you don't need to be an additional responsibility and minister and as a board and son amount for not a team once a second term. No. So we should send them away now monitor we supervising the year. Look, we cross with our first time. And that is what keeps us going. It's a matter of look. There was why my and I'm sure say many of them will testify to it. So at least nyashi krano
anyway you are right and nyam there here
last week me school back be mem senior high girls dormitory jabe ja condemn unim na MP for na yomo constituency election wie na nkofo person be parliamentary candidate hwehwe mu omo ko do ni cement $100 wie kuma 50,000 enti me bia ya na wotwe na me hearing address we say get funds so mo so emergency fund bi na mkase honorable the senior ehwa on so the term back one approve contractor bia wo hwa wo resourceful no kona won sidan no no for a friend say bill of quantity procurement labor I'll pay, but it shouldn't exceed more than 2 million Ghana cedis. And William, giddy. And when you're balancing me,
a chance will be
yes, baby. At the end of the day, with legacy, your friend is saying a deep panoramic can was him. No, and no do sir project, sir swift intervention. No, honestly, I hear a game changer because I mean see that. So within 5 days. Contract about a done why yes giddy. This is the pride.
Mama unia Akwaba council Akwaba Boko there.
Commander
Council. Now, council, I say, and go oh, mama, no.
Oh, that's what you need now. 1,000. 1,000.
Urim. We never done for MPP ni be dim come on. Okay, so last week na mo mampon. Last 2 weeks na mo asante mampon. Am say last 2 weeks we hear interview bi. Na nya sempa. Na am say
Eh bi na trend no.
Parliament. That's what you baby. I can't.
No constituency na.
So constituency.
No constituency.
Sa interview no me.
Na
Constituency. Commissioning bi.
Ena madam for the madam for people. Once man pon there. Yeah, onya. Now for but me one people now for. Tieto. Ena. I go say akora. Sa. Moko fa ni friend. And I'm so lawyer. Now a constituency secretary. Now I don't know mama answer wa. Obaya dia che e bi say e fa ho e was me wo bi ko pekasa do.
Esa. Eko ye commissioning bi projects bi ane aye. The regional minister. Ti ye wie ye no. And me office ankasa me MP office no ben me party constituency office no it's just about the ben pa enti me ye na see beja regional minister kwan ti ye ni wie ye central for di ye chikwa commission no ti ye nya we die because who akra sa ye frɛ kra ye nyaw enti local bloggers no si ye nya we die am say my bre me po mu chewo e di asem no say wuntumi asem am say besrem me ya was no mo mamenko and say ache me a ba ko your friend say blogger ba ko say hey
o me yedidi
MP there u bisa da asem ba ko a obewie answer the amount no na oni asem bia bisa bio na ba be kasa ya iwi ase abi nim se be ko akire mpusa ko akire papa ko sa menya
na wa mo so adidi papa blogging no. The more
I've seen some side up there and say just say the number of
question
views
me one man pon
no be say manenka wa
what it ni the phone so ti wa no hwe no say commander you go find a friend. So what did I do?
Constituency secretary,
regional secretary. And them him say bia oba beka so we too good. Na mo nya na ntra wa.
You are the cow pedeneti. So peka sa do. Baba na me chia. E
krom to say.
Okrom ye me fie yi ho na eba. Professor Ransford Jampo so chia.
Oh, me jina so. Prof.
O so chia pa.
Yeah. Prof is a good man. Yeah. He has been very good. He has been very good.
You see, this is what we want to
very.
Because you see, at the end of the day, Ubia when you have a free system, because also ye wafem dear. A drew baby as also ye be made a chilima. And when the Buama party, no, a tumpong. Ti me call you bold in and say, hey, so will be a commander pa. Onen was
Prof there.
Prof Wired.
Oh, me birthday prof tell me.
Wow.
Prof.
Because why ye adwuma no e dey abedu ha nti se o recognize ehun ne why ye okay and am say no meka wa afidie so na ma hwe se o meka
never turn his back on me. I'm telling you. And one thing
because commander on enti ameka say do baby a yen so grassroots no e bia yes we di sa dance.
Yeah.
So obi ye bibi esa na ye obi kura nkanka say me
yeah
ka me kan house yo na nka watwa so oh because they do baby e di panso e to da bia ye ka obi me se platforms bi so na Professor Jampo kro no den no ye boa party no e no aba beji di bia no mo a
mintwa no onu apani na ye di nkumo bi wa na me ka che nipa ne se saafo no mo na menya ahwe no obi wo ka emfi no the point is politician no person baba be kana pressure be ban so into us enka doesn't mean say
onya hwe
unya mfaso bia into nko anu wasem obo
o bi enya bi me enne me ko hwe 7th floor answer na obedu 10th no what 10th 7th floor ko he party fu ego
brochure
me na me catch up timi say prof na idea asem no say ne mi hu en
anyo no ngwa
bia bebe bia we ko bia bia makoko be hu se nipa e wo ho a obi e be ka na asem
se mi nsuro nyame a JM appointment we no o ma dwumu da o chen Atamas 1 JM1
we standard
yeah and I think say you better politics na say as a party and so what youth no more obia o future
exactly
obia o future ne aye ne no be kire obia o future obia ye careful also ka say TBBA nsi we has said the uncle for ya when ya tete obi kron ka say president di kran people for to be we who say we presidential material and obedi na on say ne ho ne na ochina nti obi hu say ese so ototo ne ne mayi party ni ba ho na unni ne wa ba be ka no kra bia empamo no ne ntenase ni TNT de ese onyama no so wo de agekọ na de
but omo ya de
oka de unim de o wonimi atwema adwenya kusi recently you ko I'm so Friday na want to
me ba Saturday
BBC na de me catch him ho say se maudi bra e ma position na ote ho a de menwe se bra chekra o baby ye friend say nyame so adwuma ye ade a obama ni pani ache
nti ochina se nyese bia atemu da okra no a owo da ho twa
exactly come now him na ye ko ye say ye MPs CEOs could you believe say CEO bit me kasa na MPs no heka no say some person o kasa no I'm telling you for a fact
true and some way see her no
obi so ba ni ani age because ko no officer o welcome ba ko dey honest I was so embarrassed so embarrassed ni nyina na say I had a political officer I had a show bia can you imagine now one piece no o ka say voice na nya ye no anya piece ho dey ya na gina atemdie ni ene mabone yankwa campaign say mpia nsore say yankwa campaign
Debut. Now, party nkura be wini. You hear your numbers.
Exactly.
Numbers. Yeah.
So if you don't prioritize them, then the common flow member grass your friends the full soldiers in your number how they are done obey. That's the question I will be saying. Say MPs impose any war issue. O kasa ye hutu atua. Hey, any full soldiers na branch secretary on body. So we start.
Unia ketwa me di twa to Sami Jamfi. Na almost started gold ball for now. Oh, I know, friend me. Kwabena, I said what distance will be saying. I'm so, yeah. They say, Mama, I am penny for her. Yeah, boss will die the old church and I'm bra. Now, me quiet. To me quiet, and I just scream man and say, me through me the inside. Now, me through me the come to smart to do floor. Na me throw me na me di line so na say me toss be 40 and then am there me to say omo camera ho o say Sami Jamfi apie ba Kwabena are there how sorry
na for me here
o na abre me ko no mati kwai du timi bro no Kwabena munti na ye tie o mo na mo aman be bi ti
Kwabena o say akura na the next time okura na o say
me fere problem to me
good Sami office say me me go call the be you no oh come say I say exactly
party for
it will change pan cry here cry na let's talk how ma we going to
what
we say Sami Jamfi party for until how no free office no abetwe no call here because the other no reception no nim party ni
it's a good practice omon to aso
yeah
na make a yentimi solve obi a problem one day but nipa ne ba sanya obegye na fampo so share me constituency me chairman baako ewo me chiakwetiafo ewo campa manfro ne yire ne humfa no papa eso ko surgery bi almost 200,000 Ghana cedis
wow
whatever to ye nim wa utie seni ade ni sitia
so
ne tie no tinasi ye hwe kwan nti ya soso amu kakra eni e pre e dia akoma hamake say omunyi omunso no ene spinal cord de no mo like your friend is saying cancer and no mo ye we no so your spinal cord tine say o kind of preko pese enye ya enya ni atwetwe ne kakra nene omagye a omo ye ho ne ma no ma hwe no ma ya ma no
I see.
so wa hu ne meche ye gusu a omo mechia ye maame obu bia wa ya ne papa in fact e kan ye pa me ye possible
Bobie is doing well. He's doing well.
Mo famra ye behwe there is a lean way be a bit me afa so aya. So this is what we ought to do. Me fam wo aboa ye ho kakra ntia ne kun onya call fee ye mahama care ho say on fan krata bi mra no
great enough
ma so wa woni etie no yankopon ni kura nkwan but nipa de ya fam de e be ye de aboa ye ho no na wo se
Onusade no obedi akire no
what ya say
ahokire
ko kekekre ba ye no ma ne ho asane no so eno na ese ye de boa ye ho kakra and this for the biam can this for they don't need so much
enye kese bia
kese bia mese o da kanto no o de ne da hokra o be what you say but kakra enti e de yankopon ase me dey appoint so far so good baako bi a bi ensem baako no mo nso ensesa na ene se ne a oken ya me do ye me obi oni me bia me call reception patcho me hwesi o atnase ansa na na musu ko tnase
wona sheka
ansa ne be bisa ansa na odin de se na me bo me di on abo ninga nti omo frɛ ho na am se prof te se me am say what ada na ada so tio no no ankasa sane mo se ti afi no bia oba on abo na den no nim so ye MP na am say
ya mfa no
we pass it higher office so this is what we should do. Yenya kakra na ma sabe ebi kura mpo a oba na ebi mpo a no bi kura ka na ho asomasi eyesi you asomasi yesi me fa honom na ebi aya hwete ebi nya nsu obi kura no ebi enye bibibia ugu na anim ase a aka nipa na ode ne ka no ho baaye no
na fi do hwe odi
sai ye brain ya enya hwe ahia wo de wo nya bibia kura mana ebi abre no abre opewe bi agena home na hakakra mane home na yesi ya ebo wa hi akramfa no ho na ba ne tia commander.
All right, thank you. Back to Honorable Haruna. So today we all know what we are discussing. We have Honorable Bedi Akubedu here, MP Akwatia constituency, Divine Nkrumah, a political analyst will join us. Honorable Haruna Mohammed, MP for Sunafon North will join us. We have trending issues, wound to me, matters still pending, tribunal courts issue, MPP fears over federal jail for former appointees. After the almost Samia Okukura, Elsuya Bechini, Yesia Bechichu, MPs, and Munsim Bebre. So these are the trending issues, and panel members will pick the trending issues as you want it. I mean, there's no formality. The other person will pick on. So person will make me delete with the tray, and even other issues. Makrana, we will allow you to deal with it. And Aaron, my man started from end. They now offer.
I say want to be somebody. I bidi akwa ase ho. Well, can say me the Kenya where carry. Want to be somebody, but say the moral aspect of it.
Yeah.
Quand on me fa kunya match ya wati for no hwefo nyina. I'm say we show idea. Me fa to bi me constituency na say manfa kana me fa flighter. Ebi am do me fa airport cap for you for no. So fair. I'm so mo nyina dura wi ase ya. Obi a tie o.
Thank you, sir.
The platform no eson pa.
Thank you, sir.
Tie be chia drivers so nyina ya no mutie show no. Kwabena say forest ye mu baby free forest ano. Se we hwe Ghana ha. Baby a ukọ forestry for mo records ma. Omo high forest zone Goso area. Goso forest district.
I see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your forest no. The free western region ebe far western of Edikopie Côte d'Ivoire. Eti ade bia efa forest ho de honestly ni masem na yame nukre ni Kwabena ensema ekoso emfie botwe a ye de bai na no odin wonim se na me ne mo kase se na me kase ye te forest ano no ye mrantie no Your party for no, your now for no, you know, you are ne say bia, omo be treating ba ne say ne ma no. Unim say ye ba. We try to protect the forest. And I mean because you problem. Yeah, why because ya card na twum. Obi anya ba bi nye den emfa. Na samre no we mu wo ho no. Ah, kono say wo di ku ka say enipa wu ayen ka na chi asem. Say John.
Oh.
Your forest no free compartment and a friend is saying concession. Unim say na omoton say dey woton. Woto a brewing cat woto body ya toto e wo kwa ho. Wotimi ton one person pa ba kutimi to compartment mako 30 40. The highest bidder. Hey. Etimi ti achimota forest you know. Lam say as we dey enkremo. Mumra ba hwe ho. I tell you. This was what's going on. Eti unia so de no be shame no. Now my friend is a summer boy a boy forest reserve. Look. Forest ba ko a eda ho. Sabi ye bo ho ban. Come na forest no so no. Eda ho sa na obeka say eni dwuma bia die o. Climate change. Eno na e kire say ensuo etoto bebre say ensuo be dia say ensuo be toto e forest na no.
Ye weather ni na say no an ekram.
Na Kwabena ne. Me before say saka so be ba no. Me. Na me case ono no chair forestry commission. He was more than the forestry commission. The forestry commission no powers when. Who dare you? Ono ma ni bi o. Le mo wa ba ma no. O pay the percentage no. Because some money he invested, but not you. Two now didn't feed any other local adwuma no. Na mu tuanika. That was what was going on. What was going on?
Wow.
And that was the situation. Eti Kwabena, I'm say owo busua, owo ma. I'm say nipa bebre. Edidi ne sa no. Eti we sympathize with him though. But look, the law is the law. La way akoye esuade so ama ye nyina. Say no matter how powerful you are, any kwase will abuse your powers no. Because we need much in. Look, at a point in time, he felt so comfortable. He felt say, oh, if we are sitting now and head there, it will be intimidating. Or Casato told and some man you can say, Sabi Pania, we did domain over car. Now we'll come by now and he found. And I said 20 years of crown, so when channel 2-3 years of crown, it's enough. So what would the young say bia would they won't chat 20 no crowd won't chamu 2-3 years now. Look, and ngwase we would they kwahin fabio. But it's a lesson. It's a lesson to us all.
Was saying him whether 1 year, whether 2 years, and you better destroy a whole community.
Exactly.
Yourself.
I'm a crow, a summer boy, a creator who say over to say bia. The better than half flood. Basha baby say krobit sana etimi enso to ana eho nyina ye enso flada fa kro no mu nyina se enye se enwuma bone ye kokoso a anka se krobit sent any kwase flade se akra mo de say o drainage mo choku ni ade but the house way nyina ne say ene mabone ye forest no amuna ye tutu ya nkata so amuna ye jeja no akese ene enso ne guma abu afa kro ni nyina so. So such a person, which is this nipa will be grabbing home about now. Maybe I am tell like I said Gen Z, no, and then so of course social media, ne, your friend is saying the traditional media platforms now. And some look, it's not business as usual. And again, no
dynamics not
as and I say we are appointee, we are buying. Let's say one show near my ya and Krana Gasanebe expose you. And I'm happy. Say ya bang a year John Dramani Mahama. When last year already budget in my never quite there. Emra finance minister a Kasafa the physical discipline. I mean mamma near maybe a committee authorization. As I remember a friend is saying, boy, no more be omodi egu akwema was about fiscal council physical counsel and so a share said the bear Katasha and ne when a contractor be a dinkomo. Na Obusane say any mamu to say about ma obekatches about radio said almost your money mano. It's different. And as a contractor crowd blocks are all the year jumano. You will nipa bia up to standard. So president in every na blocks and up to standard. You be breaking blocks in that down.
I see.
Yes. Now come na first na you to be kwajebo siase bia de be ya de obebanaska no. Ya de ya de foforo. You kwaji loan so won de be Pokuasi kwa ne swami interchange. $750 million. William says can you buy 300 million but ya kano. Ini baby da. But na buy we untimi yes ade no.
Eni pa no kura so akwaje buy ni ho no abusa no.
Na ukobusa hwan? Eti komna sanse we nyina utopisa o de buy say am say eni pa bebre da a report to Yoko any other intelligence agencies no. Come now. Me Ghana for baby e dru no. Yera Mahama no inauguration ana mama hu say Ghana for prioritize accountability. Unim da bia me kasa se me. Yera Mahama speech okay kan sem bebre. But ebra odru accountability hono. Ona wo so hu deda hit na buy. What did I make an say? Nina ne say, Sabi. Ade bia aban ebeye no. Se anya bo se bi ne kwaje ya. Eye taxpayers money. Ya fotu a ye aban je na na ye den. Ye di ye enwuma. Enti se ye kase brabeda no. Let's say we ye ne basa. Look. Ghanaians will never forgive you. Na de ye me de no so ne say, we hwe ora. Ya me ne kreni. Enipaku a yedi omo asi ora anono. It gives me so much hope. Martin Pebu, your former auditor general, Demolevo.
Yeah, Demolevo.
Kofi Boache. I'm say remote channel kasaya account. Ayini. Any the deputy. Look, over chiro omode. And the also Ghana force who say President Mama at the point in time ono akasa no appointees ni bi o make sure say emrani omudi the likes of Abuga Pele Shemami Okasa Basu branding and look what was involved 3 million Ghana cedis Victoria Hama was your friends when $1 million and what no kra ne kan when $1 million of politics no be resign bani nyina no President Mama fo hu say indeed omi ya ono akasa na appointees dan so e was emrani no mu eden emu eti na oba osaba ya enuanu mu ishi se ba ye no. Let me say, look, also Mujaye. Especially. Now, point is also your other intelligence agencies now, no. If we say, selling on one cassa phone po, so a timid Ayoma, and your position, the energy. And look, me no call for the BCI. Was it honorable? We need to report to Yoko every day. We need to report to OSP every day. Former appointees. And I'm not surprised. Come now, him. Share. Your point is there on one. Me akase agency. Ministry. E pia ye betu ye bia no. Me ni ba kukra film. Se your point is no ekase. Se omode ahomobro e to nchen. Omode enafo sem afokubo e to nchen ya. Look.
Ke kroma be se ja
akawe kof bakukura no be survive enti tribunal bill a modeling case out of me de pa sie de afokubo ene na fosem ne ahomobro e to nchen na hwe baby America's aboaje ko ye adwuma ye from se kra say decentralization look at agency be say
I see something
look a friend say interministerial for decentralization. Look, such an agency. Near to a scandal of 55 million Ghana cedis.
Meanwhile, Obakacha public ni so. Enye 55 there.
Now, Kwabena Achina, hey, one abatis or Bokron, what he? What Kwabena abatis, what we are doing, we will fire. Any pa, yes, suspect is on an AS abono. Any pa, Yachina manager to make churches can be. Ne cross any pan accountant na financial officer na one no involved no any pan no statement about no and security agent and intelligence agency be no ba chest out no a fact any pan agent to church can be now because of politics inti about and I mean you be there akutu do for no so look baby I don't know air con so why nyai kasa na you implicated you bet you over damn simple you damn so then now na choose am for do to be no baba and so be better with you
nko na be eko manti free to me
nko na wo bedam what did they make can say it come sa agency we 55 million involved and yeah baby omo generate revenue there baby bia generate revenue akese ne there afa ho na say your friend say hwe wo ma omo kwani akosi nyamedan na sekatia nyamedan yo dan ya nyame fie ye kosum nyame wo mu kra no look at this scandal na ye kase sansam ye kase ya
but mami musa o na waruna so what to say omo din commo to create the impression that the NDC government is after them wa munya minority leader you listen to him in parliament omo dimina during the Atto-Forson presentation.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Kwabena onim. Se opeso hu ni pesu ana ni peku omo ya. Yenhwe yes ye pass tribunals bill no. Tribunals bill. You remember promise here the campaign from the council. But ye buy no dear especially corrupt cases. And them abone the NTA fast track cases they say ayana backlash near then a dosso. So what is the option? The option is to have a tribunal. Said the first now a wohono. Mumna yakum. Na tribunal lokra ye pass ya. E bill na e betina hoda. And yes NDC abone the bill about you free so the bill no ko. E tira hoda ya di poor man. So why do you have issues with this? Senya se woni boni bia o haya. And yes, unim say why a bonny. It's idea within our first 4 years, first 8 years a day. One share. Mumu do na be den. E bedam. Send the queen and no material. It is said normal issues. Say what is a more ranty e chamber honey radio so you should know the person the kind of people they are. And bonny omodi entia omusro sa nema we nya say e be koso no. But ye de be ka say
but obinimi di nkomo o say munhwe yi o na omo ame yusu against mu debi
Kwabena na so man this your friend is saying o man na amend Minerals Act anamboa this sentence we between 15 years and 25 years e buy ya and your man dey buy say no na dey want me them 20 years you. And to say yes, so no say, what so wa ban mu. And Kwabena ye ni baby akọ. Ye ma ya ni. And to say ye nya de be ma ye nchirima no, ehun say indeed. Ye wo man bi ani kwa say ye ene South Africa for try for man panyi do mama kura kasa o mo say o. We so hu hwe kwan abefa so be ma manfo aka ukrum. Can you imagine? Because since time tete ye na ma bi ankoye enti amount man ni mukura na system no e ma na nyo de control ni option enti community se nyina no se ya hwe ni ye na ma ye ma no ye market wa no ye nanda no ma ewo ye chi no se ya nya a stable economy a stable environment system enti ma no be disu faso na ye kone se look the omampanyi ma ye bia no e ye say we dey shake emra so say bi obi be righting wrongs emra so say e wo so enye obi odi akokuduro ebe bu man no ebe sesi o man no and that is exactly what we are doing. And this who your current appointee say who aban now feel say they also obi do this ankomai who feel say and then e koso no say that ebe kwoti ebe kwoti wa ene e toje wa no man panya kodo kura prosecutor abuga pele mo no mo makaka wa na won wa ya wi no furu kwa ofan ba bi wa ya de ebe bo o man no. And so now we are young people. What did they make can I say? You say you bring a D. You say a debia na yen and no. Ebema yen tachipa. And that is exactly what we are doing. It's now her point is over
even 40 years. Now say o political career din kwasi asem na ekati 50 if 50 kwanso be di 70 years no wawu a 20 years no be bre papa o be bre papa
hwe unu ase se ono kwam se a little over 40 untumi
any untumi age mates
45
48 47 48
you don't 10 years square now your life has been ruined it's comedy they make carry any say say cases now ora ne attorney general somo no omunya na nya wi nko na eba me the damning cases no yenimni na cases are hardcore evidence oh yeah national sports authority hey we are there
National Sports Authority
NSC I led the name your friend is saying
NSS
says your mind authority hey Kwabena we are there with them because the evidence no damning
me da say merci abasisia original Kahuna Odikro. Good evening, Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Kindly convey my warm regards to lawyer Bernard Bediakon Bedu, MP for the Akwatia constituency. I must say that I greatly admire his exceptional oratory skills. Whenever I see him on television or hear him talking on radio like your own, I am always glued to my screen because of the depth, clarity, and confidence with which he analyzes legal and national issues. His wealth of knowledge in law is evident in every submission he makes. As a seasoned legal practitioner, a member of parliament, and a member of the NDC communication team, he continues to distinguish himself as an outstanding legal mind and a valuable asset to both his profession and the nation. Please let him know that the entire citizens of Kusi Association is watching him this morning with admiration and pride. We are inspired by his intellect, professionalism, and the dignified manner in which he represents the Akwatia constituency on the national stage. We also sincerely thank him for not abandoning our Inner Rose project after the by-election. Many believe the project will be left unfinished once the election was over, but he has proved himself to be a man of his word. He is fulfilling the promises he made during the campaign, and that commitment is worthy of recognition. The people of the Akwatia constituency are proud of him. We wish him continued wisdom, strength, good health, and even greater heights in all his endeavors. Kind regards, original Kahuna Odikro administrator, citizens of Kusi Association. Mpachoma present let away the amount. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, airport forum. Oh. Honorable, good afternoon. NDC Taxi Drivers Chapter Airport is grateful to you for mentioning our name on this big platform like Citizen Show. They should tell us that indeed you are there for the grassroots. Our biggest greetings to the host, Commander Bobie, and the whole of the panel members. We thank you. God bless you. Hey. Na Akwatia mpino so fans pa. Diba Akwaba.
Ye ni ahun.
Boko de.
Nyame adum.
Ye de nyame ase mi hu na ache.
Amehye onu.
Na nsuo no efa we.
Nsuo no fa mi wi ye no. Uni mende mi fi radio go never sisi. Me throw a petition they call RTI.
Sir.
Yes.
Open there.
No, me pay information, any details of Nkrofo after post flood no relief items now you say budget release man na no details and Nkrofo
almost say
and me per se me research about unim say ubisa bebia about relief items are victims of flood no omu yesi obi anya e you know me per se me who say because unim show no papa bi alaji bi ba show no so be ka say onim agia bi o women organizer okwa no akwaje emu ni bi no oche no onu aton so onye flood victim
aja olete no direct ni ye na enya response
No, like me, honestly, RTI need for information. No, me request for from Nadmo. I'm my list of data. Never manson. No, chese. Up and down. They be yes, relief fighters. They just can't see their two on them. Only some petition stand obey. Me am mature formally. Me da kokoma regional minister, Mama Western Housing Minister, MC.
Say who you should that the empa and also you should the empa.
Nadmo Teddy. Director of Operations, I acknowledge receipts.
Now, say who you sue a daddy empa na du empa.
Oh, see, there me bought trotros like who's away, madam, for now me doing China, dear sir. Let's hear the now groom one, and says, oh, say, Meka or
yeah, I'll take down now for my one, mema.
Mix with me, that baby. To me, that baby.
Anyway, the flag never do me. Anyway, okay. We are some called here. My main call council. So we are dealing with trending issues. We have still won't be, but then the tribunal issue. Any other issues be our person opeke de kan. But mame mbusa wo sa de we. Se mo nuanom men come opponents because ye chechire o man. Se mo nuanom MPs ni ade oh. And they say Yamin won't me and they say Yamin ne abanga so na president ka say and this for no be create to galam say ni bi. Don't you think their question is legit?
Commander, that's it. So I'll deal with all that. Where you question?
Okay, Pastor, you should.
Me the question be shase, but in the meantime, no. Me buy me chia makweti afo.
Yes.
I mean chia o. Ejo madaro ma ona ye de wa. Me chia umpeyi. Yeah, senior. COK for a penny no send a message. Kwasem Nema ye hu akwatia neno Nshranka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Amen. Ye wo how bebre enu nti ne to aba asomai but aban obeba no be hu how no be ye moves to solve resolve how na ma no ono na ya aban pa. Look, me no kase no na okay. Kusi. Ya to abanka sagana ha nye Fourth Republic impo. Omo to abama NDC we need. In fact, there be a gap no between NDC and MPP ne muwa.
Really?
By election, say hot me papa free ho. The by election, sesa omonsa. Ti me kan buy mu mpanifo, chief of staff, general, chairman no, e ko show mo boss ye mo sense fo. Ti ene ni omu hu da no hu wo mu krom.
I see.
Oma kwan ni nara. Onyankopon nhira yewura governs kwame Abuja.
Na nyame nhira ososo. Oya
Me de. Eya me na meka.
Oya de.
Na enwachi no yen district no say ufi district na fa bi eye ye fra railway zone. Eho no ni kusi takrase wanchi ni ade no. Na o de ba eye akwatia. Just okofa kede another district. Ansa no aba bi because ni access road be a direct it's a kwan no eno ne ye gidi ye agusuko ta link one side of the district to Akotiano.
Cause I'm about to use the microphone here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ansa na if we hold my yatwaso every top remain na me no kase contractor no top remain kwan so or your bridges no.
Really?
Me na me catch you. And so efi ebuadue ko top remain eko sechikroma penamai dwenase eno so ye about 15 kilometers. It is a kwan na efi 3 kusi 3 ye bebia. As I speak to you Akwatia internal routes and so eno so ka ho ayeye. Wanchi eye highway contractor ni wie kusi ne po ba be ye wanchi aka. Chese yen ya kwan ni awo krata so a ye Nyankopon hira me nso mi guso. Anopai kra me ko ne ho. Da bia me si de so ani. Se ne esese o ye boa no because wonze we ne de eye nkran asem ntimi ame wa ha no DC hwe akiri ma me na me so me pushi wa ha di ye ya bom na ese aboa na etimi apeja eye yen district no topremai for so many years on networking. All my can buy a baso view what you went view.
I see.
You Sam George may cast someone ye pay 2 million or say what adding. And then me no can say or NC if wa kasa DMT and for kasa said no immediately as some kusi master ma sa kuri mame. E ma contractor naba. Me no ka or ye EPS see our clear site. In the next few days obe start ya constructive master no on behalf of
it's wonderful.
Bridges are kese mienu Swabe bridge it was almost down. I want to be connecting
Swabe oba penny or madam for
sa ya friend bisa no. Omo bridge no. Ye yini nia ye bridge and kasamo me o videos no wa o frɛ na ebisa a contractor ni wi a akoye na ma phone so bridge and no so collapse. A lot is happening. Maybe we may have a date. Until me da ban mu mpanifo ase akwati mind o ma se ye no bi nso da chi bia wa beto aso. I mean for me no ne ade a enya da bia se ye be ne sa
mo projects be almost 14
ne cheap compounds in schools ne niam ekoso de esa really bebre kwa eti niam ekoso ene no kwasem eniam ekoko na ko St. Tracy look aquatech udu aquatech abeka say technical university akwatia ewrade kona ko hwe adan a we kai akwatia fo ewo he dada ene aquatech no ho dada na infrastructure
facelift no
ko hwe aquatech
MVP abenja one
Debbie fresh dining multi-purpose dining boys dormitory girls dormitories administration block kona ko
we ne binum bo hu
Controversies kona ko hwe
ebinum bo hu
aya lobby e di ni ade aba bira nya kasa ni bebre mesi yesi yam gusu si gidigidi Controversies kona ko hwe
I see.
Wo ho bebre enti eguso e de ye wie ni nia onyankopon ne de asedama no ne de ma his excellency.
Yeah.
Ene aban mu mpanifo a omo eboa ma yeye. Unim mensam ne yamensa titia. Ena mebo so. Me the budget na ansa.
Okay, let's go.
We are meba wuntumi. Ba me yi wasem na no e bia na me refi.
Yeah.
Ananso so be kai me eduru
ho no. Ya no na refi.
Ya no. Hwe. Me ya no with a question. I mean the concession way.
Maybe the AG can tell.
AG on can enipa na akasa enna omsi ne ye wobeka bia ye be nhwemu nti ye koye nhwemu as we speak obi ahu concession bia ewo I mean dim na yewra banga dim.
No.
How can you compare that to this? Where
But I think there was this letter circulating from Yamin office.
Oh, sorry.
I think Ochro Koma Minerals Commission that onu be a pre-concession will be on and opposite a Minerals Commission determine who is the rightful owner of that concession.
Because me tie every year I mean wha also no onye mine.
Okay.
You be enter baby and concession wo.
And
And so far obi antimi nche say owo kuro so eye mine wa ha. It is completely different from it is a cray. Hey, commander, any name, Meti ho ya some fi. Meaning baby or ya any na me fi mining concession. So people to be their two keke MP no ya mining. Na no ntino and no antini they are compared the only one to be the any epe.
One last week we also know be about MPP ni be about churo. Bobie Ansah so wo concession was Samara boy.
And why keke ya say nti bi na yo say yokofo nko hwem na no nti CID fo hwem na no nti wo so ya say only one to be the epe. So when I hear them make this comparison, ya na one say how can you make this comparison? Because a kakeke and a say even our by a cabinet minister for environment a been see a republic imuda and the report by a bodin at the tremo say a professor from Pop Watting say what by nimuno a nipa we there cabinet minister no where a year environment no so no mo ye ho dey na say o say no so baka say mo na mo hwehwem
yeah
na say mfie wo twen wo say ahene mo de hwehwem mu a adan afi ba ko pe de osusu say ya hwehwe we mu wie asam aye ka wontumi de ono aksa je atum say I have a concession na concession no yatu ono ada e kan enti na ese yakokata so ne nkomo na asem na wie ye nia no no e na me kobo pa say obi enyo na otu wo se nyo na otu ye commander tie nkomo ni yepa wontumi say nyon no ne tu amena no nyon no tu agudie no ono ko ho ne etu dada na asem okode kodan court no ye tu dada no nya adwuma o minerals commission unya adwuma o lands commission unya adwuma o EPA ena wo ne hia wade a wo nkotu ye no ne hia se wokobo pass obi ekọ to machines mani pa akro minim se excavator ne yedi tuku be amena de a excavator uye reclamation ye ne efi mining site bulldozer ne yede ye
gawe excavator
we excavators na okokoto ah yedi tu form but also de koye your friend is saying reclamation yate ena nipa no why the man ska to petrol or to diesel at the end of the day onipa no so no or a small scale miner onya agriculturist enti ko ho no okotu agudie enti agudie okokotu ye no ene ye bisa say why the do ba ho se wuntumi tie nie o kan me wo judgment no ha o kan judgment na papa ne so no onima akonta mining bia
Henry no
ogum no so onima akonta ma ono wuntumi no nim oni wuntumi na dele ye papa no asam o kan no now get it as a state ye de anim say obi ye mining in 2025 ene yakọ no be kirem say be dia ha me wo no me koye search na me hu say asomasi asase ni ena me call ne nchen ena o say ampa metimi akọ akotu me tu anu akata ne etu dada no so na me say mate me pen sa as a small scale miner on say no ye fi mining area friend ntem because large scale no omu tu na kese sa na ne dedam finfin no small scale for na ekọ I mean we know this ye nyan kola okroma ade enye on out ye wo na okodua so and again and na me ni om lawyer bi wo GH1 afim kan no ID na me say ya yesua law na ye ba bontin a yen kai say lawyers surface right and can mining right and that is a very tie hani ye pa obi ayes argument na afa no na fare no se wo kokoji lease e wa ban mu a ye ne wase e ne de ma wo
I see
o wie na kata so a asase na nya odia no akodua kube wo so
into grant me can't
be so nkodua kube wo so you don't have that right anya odia okoje agudi e wase
to we
o kata so akọ EPA ne aban ne oman no ene asase wura asem
I see
now who, for you to tell us so full say nsuo na we ya adwem to tell us say wo no wo sa ka kire obi say onkonkodua kube no surface right anya odia mining right na wo agudi e wo asase ase no it doesn't include surface right one koje asase so okodua be ana okodua kube and no dia nke no na folly under lands commission lands act nim say wo koje asase e de aye de no but surface mining right na de ye ne wase it is a non starter wo kasa obi onim enhihye bia bon so twatro. So why on the American?
Yeah.
And that is what takes me to some common mood say, Judge, you know, there wasn't any direct evidence. Look, that's an NGO be Okruma. The quality grain case, Chachuchi Kata, what in Yami Jailin? Yeah, now in somewhere, Ubekai Yaubi. Yeah, and some in Persia, Bequay Chibibre. Yemiano Mati, no me, Yachum Dosso. You rattle force, only me, yeah, Yamame, a fear. Or the sense wow say judge
the judge the fear say
I can say or a case to answer.
What was the issue?
Issue be wow ts ankomoya ambulance say na ibra at force look people be any hold man there or chest at was ever corrupt it was our case in him. But the inference and it is allowed many problem is allowed in law. About 99% of criminal cases are resolved around circumstantial evidence. Na judge no ho na asem ni si.
Yeah.
Even obi a waba court a yesi nsuo we na file oba osenyam na file. How do you prove it? And circumstantial evidence no o kind the state versus dua versus the republic. E can be say bra you need direct evidence. But it must lead to say u kikabo mu a e kire say nipa on no ye. But direct evidence ni ho. What you say? Now the judge took you through one kasa wasama okay first and when my catcher say surface right enya wo dia eno wo ho commander tie ni ebio wo e na o claim uni ma reho sem anything the judgment won to meet through lecture comma RCC regional coordinating council e what western region so mumbe protect no o ye reclamation It's in the judgment. Want to manage it too. Another former regional minister now media dance. I'm protect you be all your reclamation. But
there is this argument from the other side. Meaning how you respond to it. I'm say, at the internet say Henry Ogumuno wakotu asinasi aye illegal mining no. Was it your no man ko yes ano wa finding guilty. Now the yes ano.
Yeah, respond this case here. Look, Attorney General Abichirim. This is the issue. Ogumuno. Let me explain to you. Omo che no fiase no. Asamo no kai no nim so wa ye boni o. Why? Also okoye search no hu sa ha ye odia. E no ba ho se mame nkutuntu ono no trem a kire omo ebe che no ne say asomasi tumi so na me de wa ha. Tie ni ye. Na no no mche no sa sakra wafom because of ABC the amrano ne say ugo ko even so be tumi so kra na ho so nya krata fi you minister for lands. Eti edu baby no bejitum say hey ene na me nim mafom. Tie ni ye ogum no enti ene mafom. Enti anu no yusu emra na na adodan kwa kufu ado ne na ban e passe ye the plea bargain act some media senya ma kan maji ato enti ene na me pese mu prosecute me enhyehyɛ ho mo menye e na ban confiscate ni assets bi e na part of non prosecution which is law bisa lawyer bia say yam prosecute no enye bi na exim bank wuntu me pen ni enye mra nko exim bank is na meba sansem no so ena okatrom senti anu nti na menim na mefom ye nti menim fa asem no hu bia meden meka ena mo bedane eno so ye part of it eno ye nhyehyɛ on ye attention na ne niam no nso aban sizi ye including sika gold ni ade ni aban age nti anu ni plea bargain ada na won to me no so one take advantage of the plea bargain at least yet obi ani me na me ka kire o lawyer na na me oji etu you say look eti wo ti ho a lawyer ni now so nim say ni ebeni because one kasam kobo no tro kan court why wo bu ni mboni di ana di boni commander ye ni mboni di ntiri eti ebe na so person di boni di asua boni di na wo court na aka say minim no abrante no why no minim no then
kasam na
ayire because then the state would have to prove link a war in them. But what can I say minimum? Men am de ne call ho. Na mom ni oye no de manfo aso na sensem na 80% de epe. Because Abrante so ni mo nso so ni no.
Ono so Abrante si minimum no.
Minimum no.
Ono na dem call.
E no no so sampa me na de ne call.
Nim se o mama di dwuade bon.
Yes ye enkola okroma. Oh the concession am obi wo na ase se o so onko kata so no kreti amra. Enya wo na ese o yes adwuma. But wo de fa ne sa. O se onko kata so. Onipa no kokopie ho no na so kata so. Na se o tu concession wo so aboka akwakoje a wo se metikumase meti Ashanti regime nim ho de utie concession wakoje na ban mu atu asika wo ehia obi tu wo se nyo na amani tu inaka commander won to meet ho na even owo prison crash obi fa na fitire ba bi ko fa bi obete
oh yeah of course
ye enkwala okroma wo se na minim ho hwe wo nim ho hwe akosi daben. And the law is that, and again, meeting some something and convicting wound to me on Galam say, what? You're convicting on day. You'll be a lawyer for a friend in court offense, abetment, facilitation,
yeah, of course.
Any idea? Say, oh, boy, will be not so deep on also your bony defo. Where were you expecting? See, I'm going to say, wound to be crash shovel, esa gravel. As I know, Galam say. In the year 2006, near Womrana, neka nipe, so why a better for Galamsey no. Only actual. In the year 2019, Enoch, another danko kufadum, Bresso. A man's the same fear nipe, and that is the point I've always made. And then fear do obey them the pen on sign. Be near share section 99.
Omuna de buy.
Omuna did be nearby. Be no then can be no talks about be no. Unipa or acting in contravention of this your friend is saying any a person who without a license granted by the minister undertakes a small scale mining operation contrary to section 1 and we are 1 no the be no eba be share say a person who also acts in contravention of the provision of this act in respect of which an offense has not been specified commits an offense and is liable for on this and then all that. Now, when you look at near omo isamra no near ekana 19 way, and now umbe amende wa hanti bi no, or say a person who acts, instigates, commands, counsels, procures, solicits, or in any manner purposely aids or facilitates. Because near be say, near share who say, and I've done a lot of mining cases. And pempi no kokota. And kwala no near chiomu. Koli for nyoba ya ono oba se go ba be bibi kakra nya bibi ato aduane de om ne e chop on check campaigns ne de do ba bi ne ehia campaigns no but na mra no because ye bibi a friend a vicarious liability say udi bone a untimi nka se commander na ka se mi medi ati se mra no ye specific it na den se ye be chew se na wo tu galamse na e betimi ache unua a otifi on no sponsor it na omo so na ne ye pe and Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no yes amre 2019 and no de be share mu say obi otifie a ono na supply machines obi otifie a ono na or in fact so yes so for kra na akogina it's captured and yet President Mahama and this amra ne buy so this thing caught up with your friend saying Wontumi because Wontumi has admitted say even at moving machines in Okran on no procure them home. So how else would you because I see who acts, instigates, commands, counsels, procures, solicits, or in any manner purposely aid. We didn't expect to say to be Baba Jina Casa Miji two men am Casa Unkutu. Nobody will do that.
Lawyer the talk on the so it be koji.
Ekoji. Into we na Casa on your cromfwa. It is all related. Because una ukofa machines na sa na esi ukọ mining site baby omo ye galamse akese nkofo ni wrafo na ofie na ukakoto no no gina pitim akesefo no wo fie and so that was the purpose for this law promulgated under His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. So all the okay charges I dem ma Wontumi na first one assignment of mineral rights without approval contrary to subsection say if I be kind count 4 now purposely facilitating an unlicensed mining operation. He was convicted under this into be catch him say yan charging and yan charging and no preaching was on them.
Only license.
Not at all. And I also now facilitate because who you tums on aden ko. It in America so akobon troka na nka kase minim no. Then the state will sweat. Proved say minim no. Onim boni dia yendi boni. Wakoye ni nia ne say onyankopon yi ne ntoma afio so because why ye boni. Now commander enti sense am here be say and them challenge me say bibia ye wura attach and yokoye woni so I was shocked. A lawyer of your repute. Look, when you read the law and it said your said a matter should have been referred to the Supreme Court. I was shocked because we've been trained. No, there is no automaticity. You can't say. At the end of the day, so who your proceedings, Naza Assembly banners and for constitution, who automatically you should go to the Supreme Court. It is never the case. We've been taught about a case called this party Akosa. There are principles as a judge in a who say a qualifier and sana of the at the end. The judge takes a decision. Then in any case, when you read a decision, a referral of matters at Supreme Court now, the latest one, Jachi Kwesi, no mfuzo mu yobi. Na yom zo mu yobi. Jachi Kwesi, then a Supreme Court, a brand this in an impediment for the assembly call. Supreme Court said there is a matter to be interpreted. Supreme Court can be. The we are say, oh, we of one sir.
No, sure, sir.
No, mufuzo mu yobi. Mamen kind near court ne kind echero. Commander, in somewhere who will chrome her. Na a yomo say, sebe. Ye refi, and I am share and near ma. Share. Jachi Kwesi case no. Yes, you will make the Republic make kind ho you will expertise and neto near there. But the latest one court no aka yes party your friend is saying Jachi Kwesi. Now nim and what you know me be actual commander unsa can send me. It enya no cry say because court now refer asem na nko hwene kind. Or say S-Party Jachi Kwesi.
Use microphone.
S-Party Jachi Kwesi, rate number J570 2022 is the latest. And as lawyers and so say oh per decision I the adwuma pay ya na the latest one.
Okay.
enti ebra Jachi Kwesi ho ka adwa mu ayede no call Supreme Court say na Supreme Court because na ono so lawyers say ye interpret asem bi e Supreme Court tiene Supreme Court. The Supreme Court cautioned against the tendency of abuse of the reference jurisdiction and directed trial courts to examine the pleadings and the issues joined to satisfy themselves that a genuine and real question of interpretation exists before staying in their hand. Intinya se ba ya wo tena ofie na onim ne we kura ya west we kura de nka ho kura. Okay, Article 132 now of the Constitution now. A case say yegusu ye di asem proceedings bi yegusu di na sensem assembly PNF for Constitution no ho a yen stay near Fanko Supreme Court and lawyer bi abecho say no near interpret ewo as party akosa mekankan designator and now the Jachi Kwesi no and no normal interpreting say as a judge bi take a decision say ehia na say ehia but even with the 132 or say within or in the course of the proceedings. The reason why I say in the course of the proceedings, they say it's a rival meaning. Eba, Attorney General say mementi asiyeni. Nanka onso lawyer for, and so say mementi asiyeni. Na say judge ne nyon no na be interpret. On Fanko Supreme Court. Na Supreme Court in Chile mu famai. Throughout the trial, what they say. At Article 14(1) 99(1)(a)(2)(b) no more kana and no crown it is so baseless and I'll deal with the law. Almost share that no more person almost the it is baseless and I'll prove it to you. But even with that, assuming there was even an issue with those laws now, the question I ask and they say, during the pendency of the trial, where Attorney General swore a different opinion and I know. Where at the time when baby raise assembly when omo closing address ye wi asem no bi akoda now case close lawyer adwane o lawyer okọ oso onye case ni bio na wakofa lawyer foforo na waba court say osre court so man break akran fan submissions na court kra grante no oso wa man break na wakot na ofie o da ofie na wo hwe ne a obetimi idea delay case na wo se kai mahu bibi wa on your own a lawyer for be kan so moto no akwa tenase o se me hu bibi o constitution ni mu a me pese Supreme Court interpret when Attorney General no so ntiase ye wo ne a wo kan mewe because it didn't happen under during the proceedings what so you did all that and a court in say no there is even no interpretation but even o hwesa 14:2 na omo pa kire say emra no anka bibi amfa ne punishment which they claim say conflicted with Article 19 say and punishment and that Article 19 they can say offense be an say nyane punishment it is a nyane punishment it offense Article 19 judge natural say ni niano is captured under 99(1)(2) e wa ha say wo yes ade na you would be liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than a penalty units and a term of imprisonment of not less than 15 and then 25 years but I will say affect no and no nchire mu ho but also affected na judge ne say that means say it is a genuine matter of interpretation if you seek to do and I take up to the Supreme Court I'll be to me but that does not require an interpretation as though said there are rival meanings during the pendency of the trial no the Supreme Court that is not how it's done because here goes your trial now no issue of interpretation of the Constitution and waka say the Supreme Court so either ways you are lost now Misatin komobi commander unibre emiya Misatin komobi emiya unibre Misatin komobi se hwe Misatin komobi na yemeti anamra ho say almost say assignment so what is an komobi bia no ma qualify and tinam the Lands Act na reho are these lawyers that are trained when your constitution of no but sometimes me dey sana me ho no genuinely me dey ya sana me ho no because when your constitution we act 1036 no enya mra so chan mining and mineral act it won't mean ko hu ade wo ha na on kasa ko interpretation wo ha it almost say assignment there the Lands Act has defined assignment but granted said no mu no person mo hwa interpretation ni owura kan assignment no kire obi a what does assignment mean here
oh okay so I say
ni omo refer no kan assignment kan then interpretation and bia won interpretation omo say omo mpe ahade no Yanko kind lancer.
As I say, assignment means the transfer of the unexpired portion of a term or interest created by a lease.
Waka bibi wa hasi say it must be written. Necessarily. Say some case what here. Say assignment must be a written document. Because that is what has been defined in the Lands Act. Ote written biwa. Transfer. It is a menu even Lands Act no menu wo ho. Na me kro matchem takras bi wasase bi. Na me do wonim say ye ho de nya paper sem. Kro mu ho na ye hemfa.
Asante mampo.
Nipa he na ye paper sem. Oh, yakotena se abunu je na kokoye na koye se nya bebia ne wa transfer ama no. The law recognizes it. Enya bebia na ye paper. Say lease wo hiding why on lease wo ha fine. But lease wo now transfer mana. But if you no kind, sir, law nankasa kran Minerals and Mining Act na. It doesn't just talk about assignment. Section 14 no. It talks about something else.
And he say enipa no banasi oh mini akotu. Kotu.
The assignment. What transfer no?
I see.
What transfer because when yenti emra no commander emra no njimi yo. When yenti emra no hwe ne sa. The reason is a simple one say wo bibi kura say be incriminate you to fama. Edu he say won't me so wo bibi sa afo so de beba. It's emra no baka say won fama we by still because what kind 14 it talks about say a mineral right shall not in whole or in part be transferred, assigned, mortgage and all that. And then namuka assignment, namuka transfer no so now here document. This is the height of academic and me tie news file and then near na me senior attaching here. I was shocked. Nya bibia na ye TG o. Nya bibia na ye TG commander. Enya bibia na ye TG case na nya na aye na wakobo ne trokan wabo because Abranten waye bone. Is it a fact to say you say Samra Boy Ansah? Yes, it's a fact. Is it as a result of galamsey illegal mining? Yes, it's a fact. And you be the two.
Obi.
No kwasem we wom ne say, was say no na no force aban bi ntumi no. And aban se sign and in being thinking so smart no nim so no ko ho no mo a. So what ma say? E be create problem ti afi o pe nim fufuro bi say wo na akọ to aso na koye. Yes say and now dada obi ba na ode ne koye. Eti obi ka tro say ye ma branch and ko free is not true. He took advantage of the plea bargain act and that is why young prosecution
plea bargain act is so
more than buy. And then po wu to me kro ya in the exim case o ko pebi. Plea bargain no. Now you say won to me na kan nsem be 4.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wait.
Exim Coco Road.
And about be ka ho. Now unim. Look, let me tell you. Obi ani nsa won to me. Why? Now no pray then. Won to me or be the president.
So obi ani did fie.
Obi ani did fie, obi aten baby. But we are born there. Why you born? Na e kwan a wafa so a wasa tano de no e west. Oh. Tano de no e west. Tano no okra de minim so obetumi abie na no de a. Because tano de no na ne manager no eyi na ma no. Tano de no say re ya che ye mi enu no na MPP for say want to free ya momi dey wo. Ya say magimi. Ono no waka nsem so ono de bo want to be no ni paper no kre. Na obi a obeble mo me.
Otisi kwaye no mu keke.
Tu no sen. No tano de no na eye ne then Abujinapo Abujinapo no ye minister na oka say whatever is happening there illegal. Na nya Samra Boy tano de ne nya kra wo ni ho de oni paper ba ko kra wo. Ade na odi awusa. Ni esoso sense ehunu yi so. Ni esoso sense ehunu yi so. Exim Bank ase maka wa ha me say Exim Bank nya ka ne dan o commander. Obi obe catch us say ka anything at one general am plan na me there because my case asem na asem mon jintum because say sika de ebeje wa kwaji $50 million or CD so whatever waje na ye besia ebeje but enya nunti say wo de aban ka na wo kwaji besia ye nche but nti ache ne say wo fa forgery so na de kwaji company a wate no enne no enra wo de kwaji besia company no te ne ne enra na wate me de company na kwa kwaji besia
akwala yo wo ne ne
enra wo so ko school na what do you think as for what do you take us for? It's a yes, sir, and no. Exim Bank, asem no bebrebe ni niano. Yes, sir. Onipa no wan fa kwan paso. Kwati kwanti. Sika ne de so fa kwan paso kra de abanka ebeje. And we different. It is necessary can to say no plea bargain na. Ultimately my country say sika no person otua na no. Plea bargain no it has to do with the criminal na wo de kokoje besia na no ho asem ne yeka. Commander wo de bre no nti nyabotre commander mesrewa. Okay. The dishonesty a way enkrofo wo de wontumi de mfa nto nche. A big kese pa ba ko tribunal.
Yeah.
Na me eto de bia me dwen wo mo am nti o ma. Look, thank you. What is the issue of tribunal? Yes, we have a history as a country. Nobody takes that away from us. PNDs. In fact, I buy bia and command time ya na tribunal.
Yeah.
It wasn't used well. Ye me jina me defending ye me bi ankoye. Now I have with me a reporter and we need the foundation of 1992 constitution.
Yeah.
A committee on experts on proposals for a draft constitution. Nti we no de ko hia ye na omo dwendwen se kwan a yemfa constitution no emfa so. Na okan item 266 na omo hwe tribunal asem se den ye because abre na PNDC tribunal no wo ho. Eno ye military era. Nti ni e ba ye democratic era. Nti ni ehu ni ayenye tribunal. Nti omo de kotena ase because abre na tribunal no omo awom hwehwe omo de omo adwuma commander tie ni na omu nyusu ye mra e wo Ghana ha ne de omde ye adwuma okay
yeah
enti na esono court mra na esono tribunal mra enti ye ba democratic ayi mu no no say no enti omu beji to mu say look it is therefore considered opinion by this committee that the public tribunals cannot be retained in their present form na tie PNDC no we na the constitution ba yo the committee considered whether to integrate the public tribunals into the existing traditional court structure or to retain them, but subject to the supervisory jurisdiction of the Superior Court. After careful consideration, the committee opted for full integration as the most effective way of ensuring or assuring the above mentioned constitutional principles. In Tiombeji to say, young family say court and kasa ye wonum enu nti so kan constitution na we no na de ba nti yo be kan ye constitution nti so om sheda na ye om yesa o ko kan article 126 na e kire wo say ye court system no the judiciary shall consist of the superior court of judicature comprising 1 the Supreme Court, 2 the Court of Appeal, and 3 the High Court and regional tribunals.
Straight up.
This is the constitution of the republic. I dear Juma. It is near Yebenya war ahase in as yen tribunals. It's not the same as PNDC name Roman war. It's been refined. It's here the best and all these superior courts in Indian Beshe Chief Justice and the superior courts regular tribunal come. It is Chief Justice never appointing two kinds. Chairman no Chief Justice never appointed. Omo ebeka no Chief Justice never appointed. Enye President Mahama. Na High Court any magistrate enye Chief Justice no na appoint.
Yeah, of course.
The same way I appointed High Court judge, your president through the announcing in consultation with the Judicial Council. Some point also near be appointed because it has been integrated into your court system. And you be catch say yes tribunal wa obua wa said that of course the PNDC tribunal is not the same as the 1992 tribunal because the tribunal di wasem na se won tiasia obey appeal obey court of appeal
court
die no PNDC no na ntesa yes ye do kwa nkroma time ye do kwa because no mo hihye different obey kan item 25 of the bill e ka say ye de your friend saying item 5 no item 5 25 it talks about and sheshaya ye de be tribunal or say rules and procedure before a tribunal. The procedure before a tribunal shall be in accordance with the provisions of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960. 87 nyame amete hey and me koyan sheshaya ka say yemfo bi ko gina ho ne yenkonko buanefo. The same memra na de adwuma o yen traditional court no. And one ye de be adwuma o tribunal. Ontiasia obekọ wanim na wakọ appeal. The only difference entiasa tribunal hu we hu abehia na honorable kan no say yen court na two part assemble akopɛ yetimi tena ho several years enti we tribunal no eba be ye only criminal cases only criminal cases and for your human rights court into a human rights case at high court, but the tribunal will deal with criminal cases. Galamsey ayeka ho asem eka ho sanitation eka ho at least and mejitum yenya a day a sanitation day our court no I be a why infringing on sanitation no ya den beko ada na musuro na unku obi a usuro se ya do beko akogina e court
obi a want to ball a guru
ada na usuro yesi ye be Galamsey bunsum se mo Galamsey kura de munti din da ada ntina tribunal be he Galamsey a onye bone wo Galamsey ho abeko tribunal so asem na homo kanane avre ho kura ne se omo etu bi abo om de ye wo LGBTQ no omo asa de aba ya ne om kotena se ne ne aye ade ne bomu a na omo ba out aba be kase ye ntene so committee na ye speakers committee for constitution and legal affairs no omo ne refer adwuma de ma om. It includes your Rasumadu nomini at the Omnia MPP for to be MP. Let me read the conclusion. It's important. After careful consideration, this is the committee report. The committee is of the view that the bill will provide enormous benefits for the judicial system by promoting access to justice and reducing the backlog of cases in the traditional court. The committee therefore unanimously recommends that the Honorable House adopts this report and passes the Tribunal Bill 2026 in accordance with the 1992 Constitution of the Republic. Now we have a catcher say, "Yaba plenary wa na Ghana for her no na for we am preso and a tribunal back na so report we yet ye baby me nka committee no honorable nka mo no akwa report we dia bre mo ka na mo akwa esa de we nam dia ba beto
na oka ho na oka so ka ho
na mo akwa esa de we na dia ba enti omunya atwomo no eno na ewi omusa MPP ayenim no nya eni omagu party no.
I'll come back to you. Divine. So the trending issues. Ocean Koma AD from the media budget to Wuntumi matters to tribunal matters to Omo Peyachichi, and that has now become the your friends a new song track. Sang a war MPP a power so omo person chichi nyina omo plan so be chichi nyina. So these are the few issues going on.
Yo commander aminchia tie4 and ahwefo nyina na minchia honorables mienu honorable Haruna why ni nyina na minchia honorable Bernard Bedia concern so fire na there when me say see the what street see the obo defense obo striking obo say be obo no there na me hunu bia so a na mani age isan say on say potem na o MP no me fi okakra minyi wo ho e wasaman kese ene bo aduanti no nti me hu say obi so fi me potem sa na o fire na at least a man mebunu so awreshem say obo ho moden a wabrabo mu a emre no timi dane men so utimi ko wani e na me ba ne so no we dey etwam me na meti se mo bo CEO sofo bi ne ekoyie na enkrofo bi ye no kura de se bi didi ebi so didi ebi tiye ebi ntiye me dey me kasa ma me ho ebi mu ye say ne ebi mu ntiye kura djuma no ye nyina na ya adwuma no ya adwuma no ye hu de ekọ ye nti de ekọ ye nti hwe
because me the manu betumbi Honorable Haruna enipa no bi to say divine omo ame anya adwuma say maybe they believe in NDC philosophy or whatever, but the point is the offer say be or minor direction was not right. Ono otiwe say be taprache say talk for papa kraba ontimi emfa no mepra kunya and the dru ba bi say ya anya say bia na enipa na esre o na emu man sa kwanya ba mu a eso obi so a oboa me akikire wo man no ye kai no ti ana ye namfofo sei no mukase ya some of us ya na eni ewu every cent ya na ese ye kwaka omo asema wo mo so hu na sabe o kan say no aka say anyway
okay I'm coming commander honorable for waka bibri na me say honorable Benade why can law no legalistics ne ho ayi ne de me nye lawyer na onim de wo mu ne say my minister say if you want to make case eba yi aye bobo hu you say di asem no masem no aba besin e chiri ansem no na bobo ba essentially address some misinformation misconception ni is never be brebi ayekoso de di kan ye jelly want me ewie no nkomo bi koso all of a sudden no mantra bi our system ni mu tables for 10 power is transient you say mre ye ninka so ena de keka ho nyina the truth is that so ko obia yi ase a ho no ese onya adaje kakra na so de ma ho na usu ho because that's the only opportunity a obenya e de asu ho me ka go si say sani omo ka say mre ndi ka so power is transient tables for 10 no tables there e de ye wiase da sini atimu na e be 10 sani enra bi mu ye na na 10 na ebu abo no enen so 10 a e be 10 bi but the truth is that ade ye me de was ankom we nyina no say yes set mark bi any suban bi any standard bi di ato ho no mu a e be say ade a obia behwe ade a President John Dramani Mahama ban Attorney General Mayo omo prosecuting Nkrofo a omo di Ghana nyam omo di Ghana bone no so we are appointee of this government we obi a aban bi hye wonsa na say wa kasa de ekosu yi no nya de betufu say de oniama yiye ye niama no na se na be ya Ghana fo benya ho faso a se no de nya obi na ekumanchi wa na waku ho entimi de set tables better ni na between government in power government in opposition and whoever na we mia we corner we be mia we call for wrongdoing ya e no na ye pe mu mia mo kon se na be ya Ghana for benefit
na mu enu mo ja kro no bo simple
because you see say I'm man sir scratch my back let me scratch your back no so when you listen to the conversation it's more or less like oh okay we are na dem plan na opron wo sa giant na wo su wi aye ba ye be jao business as usual
na say mamboye
for na say mamboye adwen ye mamboye for mamboye adwen say we and you know the way they speak and it's like they admit that
yes
bone no yeah but wo su be ye bi nipa ni ye no onu ji ogidi say be bia wo de ya wo be ye bi it is obe wi ahwo yi na me so be ba say the decision of mine sa etrimupo adwen we Osha ye de chichira o man say adwinfin na no na utie nkomo no anso a na se se anoma sanso SQ conversation no honorable ekai ba wan hint ho no yie on say o mo say o comment about who to me po na o mo say Angelique who to me because of galamsey it be honorable kwa no church mu say na minya understanding ni because it's as if say omo Nkrofo o target o mo person o mo misinform me o mo fa nko abontin na munko peddle a certain kind of information be say enye say na aban no and eye bibi enti wo hwe omo communicators na uni ma de omo start say omo ye and I was so surprised say omo MPs for any some national executives omo party ni mu a omo ye interview oni ma say omo kai say President John Dramani Mahama ye petty jojo adan won to me where did you know you at them 20 years
general secretary President Mama take agenda now so see
enkomo basabi and you know omo Nkrofo so a omoje san enkomo no so di o onyamunya ka to om trimu no no enkomo yi case ya lawyer ready ye nyina wotumi case ya ready emu ben pa aspect ben pa na ye bo Mahama din say offending Mahama ti on e man 1 year aka ne sentence ho onu so crack bi I see dangerous precedent ena ya set wo wotumi case ni mu mini president kwa o ka say dangerous ya set
obi be to be
tese obi betu bi ntinu de maye no you know e be say odwin hu am nti ase and na say masa so play tribal card bi so all of a sudden asantefo na ye de ye ni mo e hare nti e koba ya untumi na ye yisu no scapegoat and ye person ye find justify oral prosecutions ni
e said na Tamakro ofri Asante Kuro be so
na Kwame Pepra your friend say say Kwame Pepra
omo no MPP no omo na jeli said na Tamakro omo jeli no ofri Asante onya igbeni
but omo se wuntumi o ya Asante nti
mama nka se onjeli o kapeli
they only understand justice to mean say omo nkrofo de there be omo kofi free said na Tamaklo as we speak ye jelly na NDC ye press conference
Obianka
NDC be na no ne lawyers na ye na adwuma we were in opposition ye me ya no wo because ye nim se court na edi na adwuma in fact said na Tamaklo case no maame ne ye ntie na no asemo because okoye wa ama
David
it you no crowd your demo a ye ntie ne side of the story eno po mo friend no thief friend all kinds of names ye nkasa won to me no no so no ane ma papa ne ko ho no ono na ko fa excavators man no so fa excavator e no dey koye reclamation o ba be blame won to me no koye ezim ke look mama mo nobody will be blackmailed that was science no mo kan nobody and I know at least I know the attorney general who emfa no ho na dan mo anye enye mra ya na mo fi aban ni amo be che no sa mo che no commander wo manche woman so nti ya me hwe ho nsantrofo ni bia na no mo keka sense ya na me home di me na me ko ha me ka trom se mo eto da bia mo nya atwom na ano ode mo yon concentrofo mo se criminal libel ni hobio ye tiom kogu mu ebi kra de ye in prison ohene ba buama ono kra de ko jail e wo sa de ye convict no e wo krom ha mo amie ma no na eno kra de no ka wo ma sa mo ka ene se ono information ni se judges ni bi be ma judgment Omuko akufu ado ho na akufu ado and then how different is that from Nyenra Nansa a senior lawyer like Apia Kubi e ko gina TV3 e kase judge bem answer na judge bem na judgment no na nsa ka judgment no e copy dada enu nti won to be catch so onim so be ko jail dada na papa da so nam krom ha na obi entimi nche no na ya le din na mumu se mu moja na e blue nti ala
omo de omo ye nipa aja
nti bom won say so wo hwe wuntumi kesi a omusi wo Asantini na mutio se Asante asem na ye kade a ade na wuntumi a wankose Asante fo nsase no no de call Western region Western region fo ndo mo nye Ghana fo nye nipa
inde say MPP Asante fo say Western region fo nsase
ti MPP Asante fo akwati asimu Western region Western of no mo senior ma because omo de omo nye Ghana fo omo de omo nye nipa hwe wuntumi kesi we me ne court reporter bi di nkomo o se court no more than 1 2 3 no se ote hono o se obi ani hono mu a ote court hono mu a obete wontumi se no mu the lawyers for any witnesses for come nsem a on gina on conclude se wontumi ni case a chese case no for go na chese obakwa kodem na sa even say assemblyman tigali assemblyman no mu de no e ba he no ye tua ni hotel o ye sanso man ni sika e be lodge ye unwa asemo ka fa wontumi witness wontumi ankasa witness o say onu de o kan sisu dia say de onimi say wontumi e be ye illegal e be mining o be ye galamsey e wo sa omotigali area mu hono na je say de wankasa onu an witnesses onu ankasa fa ba ye no four none of them ejina mu say me dia dance here say adewe de minimum who be say from regional minister from Rekuduka Minerals Commission abrantie any assemblyman ni no bia nka bia ma no na sankom we mu wie ye no na wontumi chese me di ne ho ya say wontumi pa open witnesses anya na ado so also open witness pa na ko di adanse ama wa ono beka say wonya hwe ono tama samu pom ma ye no kra no sign wuti e ka ni nyina de ma na ne all of a sudden open witnesses na wonya bia wontumi mbo your friend say former head of state abo echidom say na wonya hwe iti no wontumi case ne de me de me can say mo bia la obia ma ne ntum futuro fangu nkrofo ani ma ne nyete say onipa ne nya hwe e na mo tata no e na nipa no kra ne hu ni asem hwe so oni sam na moefo no kromofo ne di nkomo a omo say forest no omo kusie mpo omo tumi nti kusie wo no say kusie twam keke kra na o che kra na wanya asem okro ni mu te say obi aba ho no mu a o twa nnuane gu no mo ye yi na o masa so the protection to no ma obi ntumi nko kromo for no kra no o mo te say we change so ye adwuma ba no mu nim.
But say the only say no the national security for near A2. Yes. Want to me no the national security for MPP for boys in A2.
Imagine.
Yeah. See you no ma arms bebre kogu ewura no mu no.
Imagine. Iti kromo for no say omo kromo no anim ho no omo ja ho no tse asise forest o. But omo tse machines ye adwuma e na obi ani ho no mu a otumi nya kwan kra no wa ben hu die. Ekoso kwa wo mba. Sana ma wonu nyina akoso. Na nipa we ono oye illegal mining. E wa asase so a yesi oni license no. Ono so egi royalties gi commission e won crofo mo ye illegal mining with the same asase ne so. Na mo see yes so de so say chese oye wuntumi nti. Say wuntumi no obi chi no for political reasons as if say onye regional chairman na omulusu omu seats elusu poto origin ni mu. Iti dem ben pio pa na wuntumi de ba beka ho a sonko a no hunti no yesi wuntumi kwa akodam a me de me say ora na ekoso hwe mahama osi 200 bridges osi 5 million classrooms na ode say o magana ni bia 1 million and to na account mu na say on prosecute ora na nkofo a Ghana fo susu say sika kodium honum tru keta hye pro any dream omadi emboni na say Yankashi and Chromo, I'm telling you, say Ghanaians no more forgive one. Ghana form punch President John Dramani Mahama because unim said that I see to be a codem, unim go for jubilating. Unim said Kromo Yade.
Kumase, Cotiatives. Central Market. Oh.
Unim said Yankrofo, Akuma, Atom Yam. Hesi Yankrofo, Bubo Edi, Omo Honmani, Abo Edi, Abo Simesi, said the case, no. And now unim. Omo banso na be turning round na no mo omo be grant interviews no mo ki kan sam on say na Dennis Mraklabwaje e ba ne na say o si o yoko kra bo friend no kra no yan bo 55 million bia e na omo e onu mo an omo de si krom utie deputy attorney general in some kan ya o say no there's no any possible say yan bisa no sa asem no ya bisa no but omo na enyo mo adwuma so omo sori anopa no na media no church semu no na ha
akwa to anye be 55 say 55
esa na utumi sa ne exim bank adewe is the same thing oye you okoye osi you plea bargain na interest wa ebo ni bia and I say obe chechire mu poto
if you read Section 162H now, the requirement of plea bargaining say judge never frau e wo court ho e wo be afa wo be plead guilty woni attorney general wi a wo be ba ni afre afa wo wi an ti plead guilty say me fom eye see plea bargaining no eye punishment no na ye ma wo custodial sentence
we gra no eni kwa say wo ka bro for man ha ho me ba cho yes if dem a phone ayira bobie onu afa phone enya mi anso mo se nya bi ade a ho de eje
I say ebi o ha na pressure bi na say pressure. In fact, according to section 162 no cry say pressure bi ana influence bi wo ba bi ajaje ni njintu e wa wasem krache yenko ana wo betwa so eni entokwa ni agro ni
iba ko
enti won say say MPP NDC for no what gaban mu panyifo no some of this in common way about communication spins no ne propaganda na nkofo say omo pese omo fan manipulate the cognition of nkrophobia and gullible followers no as I say NDC attacking those things and yeah no ni asom because esana they will run to town with some of them na omo take from communicators and MPP for no because at the end of the day when it's better to no na yes you we want to be cry wanye hwe okodidi mama tem and the Beko village wo it's a common nyina ya dia say aban no mu panyifo ne communicators for no tia mo fa no tra hwe ene Ibrahim Mahama on va kofo demonstration o mokoyi they see Ibrahim Mahama issue statement say no san asem no sa ba kon komo no kra no che say until one asem je so onim hu asem kra they say no issue statement to asem as anuni o say or say I have no such interest and I haven't made any offer to acquire Valco. Right now, meanwhile, Uncle demonstration. And when I hear Tessa and Uncle be brilliant no more. Omunina party that afuana. Omugu on my maintenance as directors as workers union.
Omunyi free almost there be.
Ntino sana ma we munira.
Asema list to work kan ya almost list to work card the enka no. Guide akwano ejai enkrofo no omuguo. List to work kan ya almost list to work etai guide.
Adenti.
Say o come as about time. And I say one more.
No more yesterday. Ntino some of the things one more mum jai keke. Now mami conclude on this tribunal issue.
Yes.
Unim. Tribunal same way Kenya Simbia.
Me about 5.
Me pomi ndumpo. Na ka tribunal same way. Bobie na Kenya Simbia. Baby efi na amana ya asem. Hwe. Former Vice President Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. And odina no aba beto asem we mu. And na ono say President John Dramani Mahama me asent na onya butre. Na o engage Ghana for no omundi nkita ho no nti Ghana for adwen kire. Na ye twekọ e fa so e be review bill no ansa na ba be law. You see na ka we nya asem. Nipa na fi no aba na ya asem. Tio say kamina me masa suggestion ya na Kenya asem. But say if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni MPP ho e ba no eno na ya asem. Because ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sabi o ono aba benyanti ase say ye bibia mamanfo na ebeboa say consider omo opinions omo suggestions no contributions na ya na and then ono obenya sa adwen no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na de wanya adwen ka kire say SSC enya obia adwen kire and that time one na yeti ahase ya ye ka kire about e-levy. Say e-levy ebe kum nipa e-levy amwa ye be introduce tax. I'm say they call the bluff of Ghanaians some no more power. Even honorable even saying Ebenezer Kojokum Nakuma e check it and say e dey neto ambulance mu e wie no msan so twa cake e no mo pass e bill no mo tie obi asem.
Akwaya o ya MP wo kuma say in share so your friend saying sticker or say e-levy na dey MPP be call opposition on be pass it.
Aha. Iti enyama bebre wo hono mu a time wa DDP time wa former chief justice so fe kufu mu ne nkokrafo ene pensioners fo pikete ewo office of finance the finance ministry amu hope say na kebeti omo no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia otie obi ana why no man sa hearing no na de ono se opese President John Dramani Mahama ntie no enyo mo no meka say review means cancel. Time wana and this if work say let's review free SHS let's review almost show review no say mo pese en cancel ade no and then what training table say mo pese mo nti obi entie mo ma entie ye na ye betie ye na ye be kan asem no mo tie and there was suggestions see tribunal establishment we let's face fact say so uti attorney general na o see the entire say ye pass side we ni say e be accelerate adjudication say na be ya unu say justice delayed no justice denied it's na be be ma yatemwo sem no e be ko wano e be contentem show so say na be ya justice na be ba na nkofo obi ehu ne bobre e wo judicial system ni mu metiase eye but one or two issues be all no mu a ye po e say address me no kata sesi ye wo 450 active courts wo Ghana asesi a unim say be 20 to 30% of these courts enya juma because you need substantive judges ewo those places inti ama some of the places one no more case says here they call on you to be found call and na call boss wama few judges don't war system no
original levels no
me no ka say here for instance so call a Kropong circuit court judge or onum sisiano every Monday biano say oko Mampong district court ekodi asem e wo honom and on some designated days in so no say oko Edukrom district court meanwhile the station ankasa a Kropong circuit court so it means that ebema na adwuma no ayedin aden na yen feeling this 20 to 20% courts na enya yi no okay say January President John Dramani Mahama a promote 40 magistrates.
Yeah.
And they call circuit court bench. Sir, magistrates now a promote your money now. No say replace here. Court no at the home pines is here. Meno ekase.
So what is you disagree with the tribunal?
No, I don't disagree. No, I can't disagree.
Near high court, light granny binio. You see, we no know. Near me person with tears here. Tribunal, any court system, and a part of it. It's part of it, you know. It's a problem with other courts, you know. I mean, no, you're doing. I'm a practitioner. Look, courts in the baby, it's a judge, no, for relieving duty, or call how. It is something else here. But the fact of the matter is that at the moment, meaning what the challenge is. Once a sir, career magistrate, your system, your woman that day. By your same fact career no money lawyer for
so almost face your mouth.
Almost face your mouth. And now it says almost lawyers very magistrate. Unfortunately, no lawyers, you know, I say very magistrate. Sika no mutu and so on. Ono go bill back up.
And you be lawyer
until lawyers are not really for magistrate, you know. Mom circuit ne high ne dey do all pay. But no 3 years at the bar with your magistrate, and they are not really for it. It is a major issue. Look, and yes, I can tell you, I'm advertising the
anyway, Divine, bon pomame.
It's media lawyer on one challenges nibi equipment. See, on say courts in some courts many issues no confidential. But me no can say printers a crown be printers on retention. Obe kona omo com centers. Wo court in some one no omo ye photocopy. Omo ye see. Sa equipment ni na no as I say aban e shemu kana no provide. Omo recording equipment no. How many courts omo recording equipment e ye adwuma. Nti sa na ma we mu nyina no. Ye de tribunal no e ban because e ade e hia. Ade wo court ni mu ye court ni mu friends article 126 e wo mu. But we need to know no more. Sa issues where or no more. Sa ban address it. Send ye be ya going forward no. Your cost system let try be there combining na card no so available la e be ma microphone nyom just send your motion send no
live na Crown 100.5 Citizen Show ya din komo bebre. So take care ofie or office. And say ye nipa na ye tie nkwa ni nyansa. But I say we want to engage the citizens. Let's engage each other. Ye ni ye hon komo. Baby anye no. Nyansa me won say MPP for share oyini babo ama videos. Almost NDC journalists be criticize NDC abe no more share. Now say ni ye hwehwe. That even say wo part wa bemu no ya dia enya. Kasi nanim. So wo atenatene bia fama wo mo NDC nsentwerefo abu NDC entimi nhwe NDC nyom yodium anya kra no mo boje so da bi se MPP so ansentwerefo timi yesa ebema yenya political parties refined with refined leadership amoma be digana so no ma refine oman no Tidi ebe try nyina no na se kire ne se ye pese Ghana tumpon enipa miense atie sabia cry fam ye nto obi afu ama no but they wake up, drive their own cars, they come here and share their views. Baby I will be an yamisha otna ebe to ankomo we so Honorable Aruna, Honorable Bediakon, Minia Divine, thank you so much.
So I pay win promo na me didn't wash you. Me to need 1,000 cities. Yeah. Hey, 1,000 cities. We should be in you.
For who share MTN so I pay win promo. ya nenya kwenya disika kesi ni sembi a enye de ya nenya points a ebe mo wakwenya ama ubedi 1000 cedis ya bia